WMPS.
Hey, just connecting for pregame.
Hey, what's up?
No.
So it's this Tuesday coming up at Rich's.
It's Rich's down at Downtown Pub.
Yes, at 6:30.
At 6:30.
Yes.
So if anyone's interested in getting involved with the New Deal Dems or, coming out to hear about what it is that the group does, 6:30 Downtown Pub this coming Tuesday. You'll get to meet both of us there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And, that alone should be worth your while.
I promise you I'm really funny outside.
Listen, those Facebook posts she was telling everyone about, they're a much-needed cathartic feeling some days, when you have to just look at something and laugh. But it's just so, we're so lucky to have you, as a transplant to Fayette County. So I have to thank your husband when I finally meet him for bringing you down. Because, our community definitely, we're no community's perfect, but we have work that we can do. And I do think that, our best days aren't behind us. I try to keep that positive mentality. So many people are thinking that, I hear people constantly referring to the U.S. as the fall of Rome right now and all sorts of other, comparisons. And it might feel like that in some regard. But at the same time, I think that there are brighter days ahead for this community.
Correct.
And I think that there can be a difference if, again, we work on the narrative. We work on things like we talked about, initiatives to try and improve outcomes in people's lives and prevent problems before they're problems.
Correct.
That's the thing that we don't really do. I mean, certainly government doesn't do that. And, they address something when everyone's screaming about it. But,
Correct.
and people don't like to address the realities. But, I think that we can, all together, roll in that right direction. So, but I thank you so much for being here, Corey. And this was just so informative. And I'm glad to be back. I've been off for a couple of weeks here. I've been under the weather, and I've been appreciative that I've had some folks fill in for me. So it's good to be back on the air here. And for those folks that tuned in today, this was another conversation and another profile in public service, and I was joined by Corey Ann Fluker. Go see her. If not seeing us on Tuesday, they can see you at Centerville Clinic in Fredericktown.
Oh, yeah, I'm in Fredericktown, Washington, and Uniontown. All three.
You're bouncing all over the place.
Yes, that's okay.
But hopefully, if you need something, if this episode has said anything, she's very knowledgeable and she can help anyone. So I'll be back next week with another profile in public service. But until then, I'd like to tell everyone to go out there, have a nice, safe weekend, enjoy some of the last remnants of summer here, even though we're now into the fall. Take care. Good night. God bless. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks.
All right, guys, great job. This is your local station, WMBS, Uniontown, Pennsylvania. High school football is on the way next on WMBS.
It's time for another C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. Coverage of high school football here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live. Being brought to you by Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation. Russ Playhill, your local Allstate insurance agent. Attorney Vincent J. T-Berry. Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty. McClure and Wolf, Certified Public Accountants. Ford of Uniontown. The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, Autoland Hyundai of Uniontown, Mama Ruca's Pizza Shop, Fayette County Commissioner Vince Facides, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon, NovaCare Rehabilitation with locations in Uniontown and Masontown, George Dental Associates, the Sprouse Insurance Group and Insurance Agent David Hughes, the Fay West Glass Company, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning, Peachin's Pharmacy inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market, KC Sports Cafe, Cherokee Recycling, Joby's Golf, Bob Baker for Fayette County Coroner, Jack Connor for Fayette County District Attorney, Uniontown Detailing, KC Sports Cafe, Sandy Howe Notary Services, State Farm Agent Lauren Yeoman, Zen's Construction Warehouse, Potter's Bar and Grill, the C. Harper Auto Group, Attorney Bobby Gordon, at Watson Mundorf LLP, Mike Obel for Fayette County District Attorney, Shop and Save, Walnut Hill Plaza, Uniontown, Ted Soba and Son Body and Fender Repair, the Radcliffe Law Firm, Thurby's Riverside Ford, Bruce Beard for all of your accounting and tax needs, Garrett Breakiron for South Union Township Supervisor, SWGI, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, M&R Transit, United Bank, Reese Warehouse, Uniontown Mayor Bill Gerke, Fayette County Commissioner Dave Lohr, the North Union Township Recreation Center, and Movement Physiotherapy. Now stay tuned for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on WMBS, the Triple M High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
From Thomas Jefferson High School, it's time for high school football action here on WMBS, the Triple M High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and YouTube Live tonight as the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, sitting at 1-4 overall, 0-2 in Big 7 conference play, take on the 5-0 Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. The Jaguars 1-0 in conference play. Bill Chirpak in his 29th year as the head coach of the Jaguars. Rich Colasar in his 5th year as the head coach of the Mustangs. Brian Morozak along with Steve Suprick, Sarah Camp behind the camera on our YouTube Live video feed tonight. Nick Barczyk back inside our WMBS studios. Our pregame show is always being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Our live video stream tonight courtesy of Shop and Save and Ford of Uniontown. And Steve, until last year, this series was dominated by Thomas Jefferson for the first time in school history. A season ago, Laurel Highlands knocked off the Jags by a score of 31-24. Thomas Jefferson now 28-1 all-time against Laurel Highlands. But since that loss to the Mustangs, Thomas Jefferson has lost only one game over the last calendar year. That was to Central Valley in the WPIAL semifinals last season.
Yep, it's going to be a different situation tonight, Brian. We got different players, and they've reloaded like they always do, and they've got a pretty strong team. Obviously, they made a nice comeback against Bell Vernon, and they're firing on all cylinders. Mustang's been struggling a little bit and haven't been able to put very many points on the board this season, and it's going to be tough sledding tonight. But hopefully they get out of here healthy and get ready, get some good experience, and get ready for those last 3 games.
Laurel Highlands lost at home to Greater Latrobe last week, 37-0. As you said, just were not able to get the offense going in that game. Thomas Jefferson rallied for a 24-19 win over Bell Vernon. That was a pretty exciting game. In fact, we were already home, Steve, and that game was still going on.
I watched the whole third and fourth quarter, I think, when we got home, and so that was pretty good. The only thing that was distracting about that is that yellow turf at Bell Vernon was kind of hard to look at, but that was a heck of a high school football game. And of course the Jaguars tonight, business as usual, and I'm sure we'll see a display tonight of some pretty good high school football.
And good news for Laurel Highlands tonight, both Antoine Black and Hunter Rabb back in the starting lineup. Black, of course, injured up at Kiski area 3 weeks ago, had to get airlifted to a Pittsburgh hospital, and just remarkable, Steve, to see him back out on the field here in warm-ups today.
Yep, that's pretty good news to see him back. We certainly would have never thought that when we were waiting for all that time for him to get airlifted out of there, but good for him. He's back, and hopefully he stays healthy, and they're going to need him. And it's he wasn't there the last couple games, so that's it's going to be nice for him to get back in the flow of things, maybe get some offense going.
He'll actually start at running back for the Mustangs tonight for the first time this season. On the Thomas Jefferson side, Steve, they use a 2-quarterback system. Brody Evans and Seton LaSalle transfer Luke Costco will be splitting time. They've both been efficient so far this season. They have plenty of weapons at their disposal, including wide receiver Sean Sullivan, who already has 500 receiving yards on the season.
Yeah, they're just up and down the lineup, Brian. They got player after player. Both quarterbacks, watching them in warm-ups, they both look like Division I prospects to me. I mean, they just both throw the ball extremely well. Big kids, 6'4", each of them, right? So they got size, and their offensive line, I think, averages over almost 260 pounds a player. So they got, you're going across that line, 276, 264, or 284, 265. And 220, 238, so they're averaging 260 yards plus on the offensive line. So it's going to be, it's going to be interesting to see how they can manhandle the Mustangs front. See how if the Mustangs can actually get any defensive pressure against their quarterback.
Yeah, TJ, certainly big favorites tonight. We'll see if the Mustangs can hang. And when our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues, we'll talk to Laurel Highlands head coach Rich Colasar, Bill Chirpak, the head coach of the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars, and also preview the other game that you can watch on the WMBS Facebook page tonight. Uniontown hosting Windber. It's homecoming over at Bill Power Stadium. That and more ahead on our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. And there are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peach & Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peach & Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peach & Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat. Peach & Pharmacy, your local pharmacy. It's a fact, we go your way all around every day. It's a fact, we're striving harder, take you farther.
It's a fact. There's public transportation available for everyone in Fayette County. With Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, you can grab the bus to practically everywhere. FACT has multiple programs to get you where you need to go, including curb-to-curb shared ride services, medical assistance transportation program, persons with disabilities programs, and many others. Curb-to-curb transportation fares vary for programs, but range from 0 and over, depending on mileage. Just make a reservation the day before your trip by 2 p.m. Call the FACT office at 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com for more information. It's a fact. They'll get you there.
It's a fact, we're Fayette County Public Transit.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
Bruce Beard, located at 187A Connellsville Street, and available by phone at 724-417-4958, is here to meet your accounting, tax service, and real estate management needs. Call Bruce Beard at 724-417-4958. 724-417-4958. Good luck and best wishes to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Uniontown Red Raiders from Bruce Beard.
I'm Rozak back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, being joined by Laurel Highlands head coach Rich Colasar. And Coach, certainly a tough game last week against Greater Latrobe.
Yeah, not our best performance. You look at the first and third quarter, though, and you combine those two, and the game's a 3-0 game. So we showed some good flashes. We played 2 good quarters of football, just not a good complete game.
And it was really tough just getting the offense moving as well.
Yeah, obviously, Antoine's been out for a couple weeks, and he's definitely an extremely talented player. But we also, Brad Smith and Hunter Harab were out. We're missing two guys up front. You're missing a really good athlete, and you're playing against a really good Latrobe defense. So it was just a perfect storm of, underperforming.
Going back to the Kiski game, you pulled Noah Lyon at quarterback, but Johnny Duke in, and that provided a little spark. Did you think about doing the opposite, pulling Duke in favor of Lyon against Latrobe?
We've looked at it. We've Noah's still getting his work. The harder part is, with our lack of depth right now, Noah's had to play a bigger role on the defensive side of the ball. And we know for a sophomore that's a lot to ask a kid to be a starting quarterback and work at a new position on defense. So we're trying to put him in the best position to be successful. And, he's still getting his reps at quarterback, and he definitely could get back in there throughout the year. But we're just trying to make sure he has the best opportunities to succeed this year.
What's the status right now of getting Brad, Hunter, and Antoine back in the lineup?
Hunter and Antoine have looked really good. They've got a full practice this week. Brad I don't know if there's a timetable for his return or not. He's dealing with a turf toe injury, and those can linger. So we don't know if we'll get him back this year or not. But Antoine and Hunter should both be back this week.
And you're going to need them both in the lineup against Thomas Jefferson, who's coming off of a very impressive come-from-behind win against Bell Vernon.
Yeah, TJ is really good. They're always a talented team. It's kind of a unique TJ team. They're not their typical, physical run over you 70 to 80% run team. They've got a lot of depth, two good quarterbacks, two good receivers, three good running backs. They're more athletic up front than typical. They're just very balanced and just have weapons everywhere. They're going to be a tough test.
And don't want a little revenge after you knocked them off a season ago.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they had this game circled. They get it on their home turf, and they're going to want to get back to what they normally do. But I think if we play better, we just try to work to play a complete game, we can give ourselves a chance late.
And if you look back over the last calendar year, they've lost just one game since you knocked them off at this point last season, and that was in the WPIAL semifinals.
Yeah, Coach Turpek does a phenomenal job. There's a reason he's been there that long and had that much success. He was able to, they were figuring things out, I think, and they found what they want to do and get working. And, they're still trying to improve. They always improve as the season goes on. And I think we need to do the same thing. That's kind of what we did this weekend. We looked to regroup and refocus and see what are we good at, what are we struggling with, and how can we put our kids in the best chance to be successful every single play.
And certainly in a tough position right now as far as making the playoffs, off to an 0-2 conference start here with the game against Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, the good news is they take the top four teams. So you get yourself to a 3-3 record in the conference, you got a good chance to make it. We still get Trinity, Ringgold, and Connellsville. This week is not going to be a make-or-break week, which is a good thing against a good opponent. We talk to our kids. We want to get better this week. We want to improve. We want to compete. But ultimately, regardless of the outcome, we get 3 of our final 4 games at home. We've got 2 rivalry games. We got a chance to run the table with the conference there and get to 3 wins, and that should be enough to get us in the playoffs. So we're making sure we don't get frustrated. We're continuing to work. We're continuing to build and staying focused on the ultimate goal at the end of the season.
Coach, appreciate your time as always. Best of luck against TJ. We'll see you out there in Jefferson Hills on Friday night.
All right, thanks, Brian.
That's Laurel Highlands head coach Rich Colasar. We'll talk to Bill Chirpak, the head coach of the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars, when the Sprouse Insurance Crew pregame show continues right after this.
Hello, I am Jack Connor. I'm running for district attorney. I'm going to go after drug dealers who are pumping fentanyl into our community, insist upon maximum sentences for dangerous criminals, and escalating sentences for repeat offenders. With clear consequences, would-be criminals will think twice. Then we can all raise families, start businesses, and feel safe in Fayette County. Learn more Mondays at 4:15 p.m. right here on WMBS.
Paid for by the Friends of Jack W. Connor.
Hello, my name is Dr. Garrett Brayconnor, and I am running for South Union Township Supervisor. I have been a lifelong resident of South Union and raised my family and built my business in South Union. I have recently retired, and I will devote my full time and energy as your supervisor. It's time for a change of the old guard with new leadership. I humbly ask for your support in the upcoming election.
The following message was paid for by the Friends of Garrett Brake Iron.
Dave Lohr wants to remain your Fayette County Commissioner. Commissioners have come and gone, but real change came when Dave Lohr was elected Fayette County Commissioner. Dave left politics at the door to focus on what's best for the people of Fayette County. The county is changing from here at home to Pittsburgh to Harrisburg to Washington. They're noticing things are looking up for Fayette County, and businesses are noticing too. And that's good for everyone. Keep Dave Lohr your Fayette County Commissioner.
Paid for by the Dave Lohr campaign.
Savings is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with an Education Club saving account at First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Your future dreams will start adding up. Plus, you may qualify for a scholarship upon high school graduation. Visit any First Federal branch to start saving today. For more information on account rules and scholarship eligibility, visit ffgc.bank. Best wishes to our local teams from First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. NMLS number 458729, member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
The North Union Township Recreation Center and supervisors Kurt Matthews, Ron Tupta, and Ron Landman are a proud sponsor of the Laurel Highlands Mustang football team. The North Union Rec Center and supervisors wish the Mustangs good luck this season. For information on the North Union Township Rec Center basketball and soccer leagues, please phone 724-438-7350 or visit their website at northunionreccenter.com.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Brian Morozak back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Laurel Highlands at Thomas Jefferson tonight. High school football action on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and either Facebook or YouTube Live tonight. We're being joined by Thomas Jefferson head coach Bill Chirpak. And Chirp, your Jags, a nice come-from-behind win last week over Bell Vernon to get to 5-0 in the season.
Yeah, we still haven't put it all together, but, we find a way to make some plays and win the game. We had a couple other opportunities in that game we gave away, and we just kind of screwed them up. But I was happy with the kids and proud of how they found a way to get it done.
I think your team.
If you hold Martin.
Go ahead.
2 years we held Martin to under 50 yards total rushing. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think too many teams can say that.
Yeah, I mean that's how does he only touch the ball 7 times? That's crazy.
Yeah, hard to believe they didn't get him more touches. But your team has really come a long way if you look over the last calendar year. After you lost that game to Laurel Highlands, as you know, your only losses in the WPIAL semis last year.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the, I don't even know what you would call it. We just played so poorly. I think we had 7 turnovers, just gave up easy touchdowns. And I think we kind of just, that was the point right there that changed everything and got kind of not back to the basics, but just back to focusing on the things that we're good at and that we need to do to win. And since then, it's been pretty good.
Your 2-quarterback rotation between Brody Evans and Luke Costco has really worked well, and you look at the guys' stats, almost identical at this point of the season.
And quite honestly, if you watch them play, they're like identical quarterbacks. They're both big, strong-arm kids that can get the ball down the field, and I feel comfortable with either one of them in there. I wasn't a big proponent of it to start, but it's worked out well. They both push each other, and I think being off the field, they go every 2 series. And I think being off allows them to play better when they're on the field because they get a good viewpoint
point and understanding of what's going on as they're watching.
And probably also allows them doing consecutive sets as well to kind of build a little momentum and kind of stay in the flow, because sometimes you're going every other rotation. Sometimes it's kind of hard to kind of get into the groove of things.
Exactly, and I let them decide how they wanted to rotate. So they decided they wanted to go every 2 series, but that was fine with me.
And it's nice, too, because you have plenty of weapons out there as well. I mean, you look at Sean Sullivan, the numbers he's put up, pretty impressive so far this season.
And the key thing, he's been great. And the key thing, Bell Vernon's game was that we had other guys step up. Jason Selman and Braden White really stepped in there and made a big difference in terms of making plays, because we knew that they were going to put Martin on Sullivan, and we had to find other guys to make plays, and they did.
You have Laurel Highlands this week. Mustangs have struggled a little bit so far this season. Your thoughts on the matchup?
Well, quite honestly, for us, this is kind of a revenge game. We talked about it all week, and the kids have been very focused. They want to, they want to get back to how things were, and just playing good football. And we let it get away last year, and we're not going to let it happen again this year.
Coach, appreciate your time. Best of luck against Laurel Highlands on Friday.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Thomas Jefferson head coach Bill Chirpak. We'll talk to Keith Jeffries, the head coach of the Uniontown Red Raiders, previewing their game with Windber tonight when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Keep your legal needs close to home. Attorney Vincent T. Berry specializes in criminal justice, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. Attorney T. Berry is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to Attorney Vince T. Berry. It will be the only call you need to make. Call 724-430-0300. That's 724-430-0300.
Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning extends his best wishes to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, the Uniontown Red Raiders, and all our local teams for a great season. District Judge Nathan Henning recognizes that a successful season requires teamwork. It's the result of the hard work of the players and the coaches and the support of their families. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Uniontown Red Raiders from District Judge Nathan Henning. Would appreciate your vote on November 7th.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Does your car sound like it's saying, "Trade me in, trade me in," every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, "Trade me in, trade me in." Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill. The people of South Union Township know it's one of the finest places in Fayette County to live and raise a family. There are clean, safe neighborhoods, 2 beautiful parks, a wonderful school district. The taxes are the lowest in the county. The garbage and sewage charges are the cheapest in the entire state. And there's not been a tax increase in 52 years. The Vernon name is a strong name for quality, people-oriented services. When you need something, Rick Vernon is there. Why break up a good team? Let's keep a good team together so Rick Vernon can continue to work hard for our great quality of life. Rick thanks everyone for their support in the primary and would appreciate your vote in the fall so that he can continue working with his fellow supervisors, Bob Schiffbauer and Jason Scott, for our great quality of life.
Paid for by the candidate. Chiropractor, husband, father,
team doctor, and coach. I'm Dr. Bob Baker, and I'm running for Fayette County Coroner. As a proven leader and team player, I will lead with integrity and compassion. My plans and goals for this office will be a great benefit for our community, to not only serve those in need, but to also help prevent tragedies. I'm Dr. Bob Baker, and I would greatly appreciate your support.
Paid for by friends of Dr. Bob Baker.
Tonight on the WMBS Facebook page, the Uniontown Red Raiders host Windbert's homecoming at Bill Powers Stadium, being joined now by Uniontown head coach Keith Jeffries. And Keith, your team played well early on last week against Valley, but you had a couple of things go against you early on in the second half. The snowball effect took place, and they were able to pull away from you in the later stages of that contest.
Yeah, we had, I think, like about 8 or 9 kids injured going into the game, and we injured in the first half, and that kind of caught up to us, playing some backup kids, and we kind of looked, like you said, the momentum kind of swung in their favor, and we really couldn't get anything going offensively, and we couldn't stop their dive. But yeah, I was proud of the way that the young kids have stepped in and played hard. It's just we kind of caught up to us when we play young guys.
All right, back-to-back home games now, an opportunity to bounce back, though, against two pretty good Somerset County teams in Windber and North Star.
Yeah, our next 4 opponents are all one-loss teams right now. So we got our hands full. Hopefully the kids play hard and, try and get better. Our second-to-last game has changed now. I don't know if you saw that or heard. Carrick is not playing. Their season is over next week. We're going to play Petersburg from West Virginia on the week of the 20th.
Now, it's actually going to be on a Thursday night, I guess, at 6 o'clock. We're looking forward to that game as well, and we'll have it here on WMBS.
Yeah, it's going to be a 6 o'clock game. We were trying to be accommodating to them because they have to travel. They were willing to come to us, so we're going to make it work and play on Thursday evening.
Should be a lot of fun. That'll be a showcase game for sure that week. And you look at your opponent this week, Windber, you mentioned just one loss. They have a great running back, and we're really tearing it up early in the season before falling last week.
Yeah, they had Windber North Star had a good game plan against them, and their kids played hard. I think North Star has a Division I recruit, so he kind of showed on film that he's a good football player, and their kids kind of rallied around him, and they played a really good hard game against Windber. Windber's a tough team, as always. It's going to be a good game. Hopefully we play hard and just give ourselves a chance to win.
Are you getting any kids back this week?
We are getting Darian Gordon should be back. I think he's the only one that's a definite right now, and until I go down and check with the trainer, but I don't believe anybody else is coming back.
Well, Coach, again, I appreciate your time. Best of luck homecoming against Windber, and our crew will see you out there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach. I'll see you. That's Uniontown head coach Keith Jeffries. You can watch the Red Raiders take on Windber on the WMBS Facebook page. We'll talk to Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz when this Browns Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
McClure & Wolf Certified Public Accountants, your full-service accounting firm serving the tri-state area since 1926, is conveniently located at 538 Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Offering tax, accounting, auditing, payroll, management advisory, and estate planning services, McClure & Wolf is recognized as an industry leader in providing their clients with quality professional services. To find out more about their services, visit them online at www.mcclurewolfcpas.com or give them a call at 724-437-2000 for McClure & Wolf Certified Public Accountant.
I'm Mike Auble, and I am the Republican nominee for Fayette County District Attorney. I am a retired member of the Army and a veteran of Afghanistan. With nearly 20 years of experience in military, police, corrections, and criminal law, I am the most qualified candidate to be your chief law enforcement officer. I am a strong defender of your constitutional rights, and I'm dedicated to addressing crime, drugs, and corruption. We need change in the District Attorney's office. Vote for me, Mike Auble, on November 7th, because I am the right person to bring about that change.
Paid for by the candidate. The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name. Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Brian Morozak back here on the Sproul's Insurance Group pregame show with Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz. And Ian, we have Laurel Highlands at Thomas Jefferson tonight, and the Jags a pretty impressive win last week over Bell Vernon.
Absolutely. It was one of the big 3 games of the week last week. We talked about it kind of being like Judgment Day in the WPIAL last Friday, where you had Central Catholic taking on North Allegheny in 6A. You had Upper St. Clair taking on Peters Township in a battle of undefeated teams in 5A. And then obviously the big Route 51 showdown between Thomas Jefferson and Bell Vernon, which was a tight game all night. TJ wound up throwing a big touchdown pass with about 2.5 minutes left, and then Bell Vernon was driving but couldn't convert a 4th down at the end. So a battle of behemoth teams that may both find themselves playing on the turf at Acrisure Stadium at the end of the season, because both of them look like serious title contenders in their respective classifications.
And you look at Thomas Jefferson from pretty much this point last year on, I think they've totally changed their program. They went into the Laurel Highlands game a season ago, struggling a little bit at 3-2, actually lost to the Mustangs. We're sitting at 3-3. They ran the table the rest of the regular season, made it to the WPIAL semifinals, and here we are in 2023, and they're off to a 5-0 start.
Absolutely, and even from last year to this year, you know, shout out to Laurel Highlands that last year I believe was their first win over Thomas Jefferson in school history.
Correct.
So TJ may have, you know, some of that motivating them this week too. And TJ won their 500th game in school history a few weeks back, and they've really done well with this 2-quarterback model that a Thomas Jefferson team's never really used before between Brody Evans and Luke Costco. I think Luke transferred over from Sarah Catholic a couple years ago and had to sit out last year. But they're using both quarterbacks, and they're using them well. They have a pair of running backs that they can work between. And in the past, the TJ teams really kind of focused on one core set of skill position players, but they seem to have found a balance with this current rotation that they have.
And it's amazing. You look at Evans and Costco, how similar their numbers are. Evans 34 of 70, and he's thrown so far this season for 615 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Costco, 32 of 56 for 580 yards. He's thrown for 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. So they've been extremely balanced.
They have, and they've used them both, and you know, both of them have the talent of Sean Sullivan on the outside, that when you have a kid that talented to be able to throw the ball to, it really helps whoever's playing quarterback. I think Evans is a little bit more of a dual threat than Costco is. He will run a little bit, not a ton, but for the most part, both of them are true, you know, pocket passers. The real difference I've seen this year with TJ is being able to use both Michael Banda and Elias Lippincott out of the backfield as running backs. Lippincott's kind of the power back, and Banda's got a little bit more speed, even though they're kind of both averaging around the same yards per carry. They're both right around 6, but you know, Lippincott's that pounder that'll just wear you down in the 4th quarter, and you saw it last week against Bell Vernon, where the last drive they pretty much just handed it to him to try and run out the clock, and Bell Vernon didn't get the ball back with very much time.
And you look at this Big 7 conference race right now, I think Greater Latrobe and Trinity have kind of taken that little step forward as far as maybe the two teams we'll see taking third and fourth place in the conference. Greater Latrobe looked pretty good last week against Laurel Highlands.
Yeah, Laurel Highlands has kind of put themselves in a tough spot here. I know they've had some injuries. They've obviously been going through some offensive transitions and how they work through things in the post-Rodney Gallagher era. But we had talked a lot this season about how, TJ and McKeesport are the top two in the conference. But after that, there were kind of four teams battling for those last two playoff spots between Latrobe, Trinity, Laurel Highlands, and Connellsville. And with Laurel Highlands losing to Latrobe the way they did, they've kind of put themselves in a position where after this TJ game, they kind of have to run the table the rest of the way. They're going to have to beat Trinity, Connellsville, and Ringgold going out just to put themselves in potential playoff position. But Trinity's looked really good this year. They had an exciting game a few weeks ago against Connellsville, where it was a 41-40 game. I think their quarterback in that game accounted for 6 total touchdowns. I think he had 3 passing and 3 rushing and almost 500 yards of total offense. So Trinity's no slouch, and they've played some really exciting games with Laurel Highlands over the years as well. So that'll be a good one coming up in a few weeks. And Connellsville's an improved program as well that has turned things around in the last couple years. And you're right, Latrobe really looks like they've taken a step forward. I wouldn't be surprised to see them wind up as the number 3 seed out of the conference.
We'll wrap things up with Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz in just a moment.
My name is Terry Kahn, and I'm a paralegal at Radcliffe Law, now Radcliffe Martin Law. It's exciting to work with the next generation of lawyers here in Uniontown. I've worked at several firms in Uniontown and worked on cases against the big firms in Pittsburgh, and I must say they're no match for Tripp, Bill, and Rob. Their combined caring and integrity are second to none. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorneys. Give us a call at 724-439-3939 or like us on Facebook.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you, oil checked, and windshield cleaned? Joby's Golf, that's where. Joby's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard. Joby's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station that has been serving the Uniontown area for over 49 years. Joby's Golf offers lockhouse services, fenced-in storage lots, and is a AAA 24-hour car-like truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a veterans organization located in Fayette County since 1950. They are proud to advertise on WMBS sports programs and to contribute to the Veterans Hospital, local sports teams, and scouting organizations. Best of luck to all of our local teams from the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
From chips and cracks to splits and shatters, if you need new glass, Fay West Glass Company is the one to call. Fay West Glass has served Fayette and Greene counties for over 25 years and specializes in residential glass installations and replacements, plus commercial and industrial glass. So when that window's busted or that sliding door shattered and you can't wait, Fay West is available. 724-439-8600. That's 724-439-8600. Proudly local and veteran-owned Fay West Glass.
For a dentist, Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentist. Sang a successful season.
You remember O'Gilly's Pub? Hi, I'm Bo Gillis, the founder of O'Gilly's Pub in Uniontown. The new owners have created O'Gilly's was famous for. If you have a few memories of O'Gilly's yourself, stop in and see what's happened. It'll be fun, just like the old pub. Folks, the same great atmosphere and menu you will remember. Stop in and see us. You never know who you'll see.
Prime Rozak back, wrapping things up with Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz. And Ian, before we talk about your games of the week this week, got out to Brownsville, who snapped the current longest WPIAL schools last week with a win over Carrick.
They did, and it was an exciting game. I think it was 36-30 in overtime, and that ends a 34-game losing streak for the Falcons. So absolutely, we had talked last week about how once those teams start to get one win, get another win. That's kind of the value of going independent, that to build momentum around your program. And we've seen it happen with other schools, too. We've seen it happen with Uniontown, with Albert Gallatin, that went the independent route, and the first year they might have won no wins or one win or something like that. But then a couple years later, they start to improve, and Albert Gallatin had a 500 season, and Uniontown started to turn things around a little bit, too. So it's a slow progress to turn around a program, but once you get that one victory and finally break through, good things can happen. I mean, look at Derry area out in the middle of Westmoreland County. They had one of the longest losing streaks in the WPIAL coming into this season. They ground out a win against Greensburg-Salem earlier this year, where they almost blew a 26-7 lead, wound up hanging on to win 26-21, and all of a sudden victories, and now they're 3-2 on the season. So it's just that winning culture that you start to develop, and once your kids learn how to win, then you can really build towards bigger things in the future.
All right, now the longest losing streak now sits with Ringgold.
You're right, it does. Ringgold has both the longest losing streak overall and the longest conference losing streak. And, for Brownsville, their streak, I think their last victory was like week 2 of 2019, so their losing streak stretched back to before COVID. Ringgold is now at 20 games overall on their losing streak and 37 games of a conference losing streak. Ringgold's last conference win was back in 2017 over Uniontown. So that's certainly a number the Ringgold fans don't like to hear, but their program's really had some struggles lately. And there's a couple schools in 4A right now that are really struggling. Ringgold's struggling. Newcastle is struggling a lot. So, you hope for those schools that they're able to turn their programs around a little bit, but they've fallen on some hard times.
Let's take a look at your big games tonight around the WPIAL.
Absolutely. So this is kind of a rivalry week amongst the big schools. The only conference game in 6A is between Canton-McMillan and Central Catholic. Central could actually be the first WPIAL team to clinch a playoff spot if they come out victorious in that one. 2 interclassification games between 6A and 5A teams, Mount Lebanon taking on Upper St. Clair in the South Hills rivalry, and then Pine Richland taking on North Allegheny in a battle of rivals from up in the North Hills. In 5A, there's some pretty good conference games happening this weekend. Penn Trafford taking on Norwin in another battle of rivals out on the Parkway East. Woodland Hills on Saturday faces Shaler, plays one Saturday game every year for their homecoming weekend, so they've got Woodland Hills this year. And that's an interesting one because Shaler actually beat Woodland Hills for the first time ever, so it's going to be interesting to see if Woodland Hills turn things around. I think that Woody High team might have the best offensive line in 5A, but they've had some really close kids. They've got a young quarterback and a young wide receiver who are really, really good, but they're still kind of going to having sophomores at the skill position. 4A, the game between Trinity and Latrobe, the winner of that really asserts themselves in excellent position to make a playoff spot. I think Latrobe's a little bit better than Trinity, but we'll see because they've both played well so far this year. In 3A, conference play starts in both the Allegheny 6 Conference and the Interstate Conference, so the Bell Vernons, Elizabeth Forwards of the world will also start conference play this week. That game will have to wait between those two until week 9. But up in the Allegheny Conference, Knock and Deer Lakes will face off, and this game was a close game last year. I think it was decided by 2 points. I think it was like 9-7, and Deer Lakes wound up getting the last playoff spot. But both of those schools are off to 4-1 starts, which are pretty historic for both of those programs that haven't been late. In 2A, Washington taking on Waynesburg in a battle of old rivals. Both of those schools have been off to really good starts. Washington's 5-0, Waynesburg's 4-1. And then 2 absolutely monster games in 1A, Greensburg Central Catholic taking on Clairton in the Eastern Conference in a battle of teams vying for the top spot in that conference. And then a battle between Fort Cherry and their dual-threat sophomore quarterback, Matt Segg, who last year became the first freshman in WPIAL history to pass and rush for 1,000 yards in the same season, against Bishop Canavan, who's also undefeated and reached the last 2 WPIAL championship games in 1A. So games on the slate, this is kind of rivalry week, and conference play is getting underway in every classification now, in every conference. There are conference games happening, so the playoff races will start to be heating up here over the next few weeks. And also, I should give a shout-out to California, who had a big win last week. Their dual-threat quarterback, Jay, plays on defense really against Vanessa, and California was up 23-20 in the fourth quarter, and Jake Lehue had back-to-back pick sixes on consecutive drives to really break that open for California. So the Trojans are looking really good, too.
And you have plenty of WPIAL and Steelers coverage at SteelCityBlitz.com.
Absolutely, yeah. We've got our complete coverage of everything Steelers that's happening. You can check out our Steel City Blitz podcast. It records on Thursday nights. We're live on YouTube, but you can also check it out later on any podcast streaming platform. You can also check out our WPIAL Blitz Show podcast, which is available on YouTube. So just search for it. You'll be able to find it. And that goes live on Monday nights, usually around 9:15. Got my WPIAL Games of the Week articles, WPIAL standings pages, all that good stuff. So you can check that all out at SteelCityBlitz.com.
Ian, appreciate it as always. We'll talk to you next week.
Sounds great. Thanks a lot for having me, Brian. Appreciate it.
That's Ian McBeans from Steel City Blitz. Starting lineups in the opening kickoff on the way next.
Hi, I'm Russ Plaho. As your local Allstate agent, providing protection that fits your life is something I take, well, personally. I'm committed to learning about your needs and personalizing protection to meet them. From bundling your auto, home, and life insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage based on your protection needs. I can build an insurance proposal that fits your life. Are you in good hands? Contact me, Russ Plaho, for a free quote.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary.
I'm Mike Auble, and I am the Republican nominee for Fayette County District Attorney. I am a retired member of the Army and a veteran of Afghanistan. With nearly 20 years of experience in military, police, corrections, and criminal law, I am the most qualified candidate to be your chief law enforcement officer. I am a strong defender of your constitutional rights, and I'm dedicated to addressing crime, drugs, and corruption. We need change in the District Attorney's office. Vote for me, Mike Auble, on November 7th, because I am the right person to bring about that change.
Paid for by the candidate.
For funeral services from pre-need to at-need, burial or cremation, call Gates Funeral Home and Crematory, located at 136 North Gallatin Avenue in a beautifully restored historic home. Family-owned and operated by Rick Gates, former Brownsville resident and Guyville alumni, the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory offers warmth, convenience, affordability, and ample parking. With a knowledgeable funeral director and compassionate staff, the Gates family and the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory are ready to assist you.
Pizza, beer, atmosphere. It's all at Mom Maruka's Pizza, located on Barton Mill Road in Uniontown. Mom Maruka's is your prime spot to enjoy local high school sports. Family owned and operated, the Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, wings, and the best Italian hoagie and homemade bruschetta in town. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday from 4 to 10 for indoor and outdoor dining and takeout. Don't forget Mom's catering services for your next party or gathering. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu and live music schedule.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. McClure & Wolf, certified public accountants, your full-service accounting firm serving the tri-state area since 1926, is conveniently located at 538 Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Offering tax, accounting, auditing, payroll, management advisory, and estate planning services, McClure & Wolf is recognized as an industry leader in providing their clients with quality professional services. To find out more about their services, visit them online at www.McClureWolfCPAs.com or give them a call at 724-437-2000 for McClure & Wolf, certified public accountants.
The North Union Township Recreation Center and supervisors Kurt Matthews, Ron Supta, and Ron Landman are a proud sponsor of the Laurel Highlands Mustang football team. The North Union Rec Center and supervisors wish the Mustangs good luck this season. For information on the North Union Township Rec Center basketball and soccer leagues, please phone 724-438-7350 or visit their website at NorthUnionRecCenter.com.
Hello, my name is Dr. Garrett Breakiron, and I am running for South Union Township Supervisor. I have been a lifelong resident of South Union and raised my family and built my business in South Union. I have recently retired, and I will devote my full time and energy as your supervisor. It's time for a change of the old guard with new leadership.
I humbly ask for your support in the upcoming election.
The following message was paid for by the Friends of Garrett Breakiron.
NovaCare Rehabilitation is now in Masontown. Using a personalized plan of care and one-on-one sessions, NovaCare gives you an advantage in rehabilitation. Dr. Haley Cruiser and our professional staff are certified to use industry-leading treatments, including LVST Big Therapy for Parkinson's disease, which increases mobility, improves balance, and decreases time necessary to complete tasks. These services supplement NovaCare's exceptional orthopedic, concussion, and vestibular dysfunction resources. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call our new Masontown office on Route 21 McClellantown Road at 724-491-5220.
Back here at Thomas Jefferson High School, about 10 minutes away from kicking it off tonight, the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Brian Morozak along with Steve Supert. Nice to have you along with us for a Friday night of high school football. Time now to set our starting lineups, and as always, they're being brought to you by SWGI Specialists, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, and Steve Suprick's here with the lineup. Steve?
Okay, thanks, Brian. For the Jaguars on offense, starting at left guard, number 55, Shep Turk. At left tackle, Hunter Hauk, he's number 66. Center is Zane Sable, he's number 57. Luke Janowski is number 52, he's your right guard. And Mike Hutchinson, right tackle, number 56. Cam Egerton is your tight end. He's number 5. Quarterback starting tonight is Brody Evans. He's number 10. Wide receivers are Sean Sullivan and Braden White. And the running back is Michael Banda. He's the tailback. And Aiden Whalen, he's one of the extra running backs. They run a wingback set as well. For the Jaguars on defense, they run a 4-3 look. Cooper Camberis, he's your defensive end on the left side. He's number 15. Elias Lippincott, number 42. He's your defensive tackle on the left. The defensive tackle on the right is Mike Hutchinson. He's number 56. And Justin Schmidt, the defensive end on the right side, number 51. Kane Egerton is your linebacker on the left side. And the middle linebacker is Cam Egerton. And Eli Feary, he is number 35 linebacker on the right side. Braden White is the defensive back on the left. Sean Sullivan is your safety. Vincent Heller is the strong safety. And Jason Selman is your cornerback on the right side. For the Mustangs, offensively, left tackle Cam Van Meter, number 73. Billy Barton is your left guard, number 54. Josh Kelly, your center, number 75. Hunter Hrab, number 70, is your right guard. And Connor Dye is your right tackle. Starting tonight at quarterback is Noah Lyon. He's number 3. Hunter Kuzier and Josh Reed, Darren Dunn are your wideouts. Antoine Black back in the lineup tonight as your running back, and your halfback is Parker Hoff for the Mustangs. Defensively, a 3-3-5 look.
How about that tonight?
Yeah, that's kind of different. Jaden Tucker, left end. Billy Barton is your nose guard. John Pletcher, right side on the defensive end. Linebackers are Tristan Baker, Parker Hoff, and Tristan McCoy. And the defensive backs from left to right, Antoine Black, Noah Lyon, Hunter Kuzier, Marion Jones, and DJ Pratt. They must be expecting a lot of passing from the Jaguars.
Yeah, Steve, you look at Evans and Costco combined, they've thrown for close to 1,200 yards so far this season for 5 games.
Both of them looked it's surprising. I mean, you know, we always watch the warm-ups and see what you think. And I thought just the more, you know, the guy that looked like a quarterback more, I guess, was Costco. But Brody Evans, they list them both at 6'4". I thought Costco looked a little taller. I don't know what you thought, but maybe the jersey number 12 versus 10. But they both throw the ball pretty well, and I was really impressed with Costco, and he's not even the starter. So he's they got some depth, as always, here at Thomas Jefferson.
And Steve, talking to Thomas Jefferson head coach Bill Chirpak, he said it's been 10 years since he's rotated quarterbacks. Back in 2013, he rotated Chase Winovich and Kristen Breisinger as quarterbacks. Winovich went on to play defensive end at Michigan. He's now in his 5th year in the NFL, playing for the New England Patriots. So he's had a pretty good career.
Yeah, I would say so. And you know, that tells you what he thinks of these two quarterbacks, to put them both in. And normally a coach doesn't likes to go with one guy and stick with them. But when you have two kids that deserve to play, it's nice to get them both in there.
Yeah, Costco transferred over from Seton LaSalle. Actually had to sit out last year, was denied eligibility by both the WPIAL. They appealed it to the PIAA, lost that appeal as well. We're back with the opening kickoff. Thomas Jefferson and Laurel Highlands from Thomas Jefferson High School here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and YouTube Live as the Jaguars hit the field.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Phone 724-437-2799.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
The people of South Union Township know it's one of the finest places in Fayette County to live and raise a family. There are clean, safe neighborhoods, 2 beautiful parks, a wonderful school district. The taxes are the lowest in the county. The garbage and sewage charges are the cheapest in the entire state. And there's not been a tax increase in 52 years. The Vernon name is a strong name for quality, people-oriented services. When you need something, Rick Vernon is there. Why break up a good team? Let's keep a good team together so Rick Vernon can continue to work hard for our great quality of life. Rick thanks everyone for their support in the primary and would appreciate your vote in the fall so that he can continue working with his fellow supervisors, Bob Schiffbauer and Jason Scott, for our great quality of life.
Paid for by the candidate.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Back here at Thomas Jefferson High School, captains making their way out to the 50-yard line. Laurel Highlands, the away whites, blue numbers, red trim. Their sideline here on the near side, Thomas Jefferson, the away blacks, white numbers, gold trim. Their sidelines on the far side. And Coach Turpek, Steve, historically has put his team on the far side of the field just so the players are not distracted by the crowd.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, watching, pregame stuff, and we saw our guys, Laurel Highlands, on this side. And you're right, they don't get distracted. And also noise, if you think about it, if you got a big game and the crowd noise is, obviously just one side here, kind of like Laurel Highlands. So all the noise would be at the back of the Mustang coaches and yelling out to the players. If they had to, yell any instructions, it might get muffled a little bit where, the Jaguars on the other side, so they probably got a little bit cleaner airways, if you will. So, Bill Chirpak's not missing a trick, is he?
No. Thomas Jefferson has won the coin toss, and they want the football. They'll work left to right as we describe it here in the first quarter. Bill Chirpak now 305 career coaching wins, went over 300 in the WPIAL quarters last year against Greater Latrobe. Overall record 305-54, along with 9 WPIAL championships and 5 state titles. A win tonight will tie Chirpeck for third all-time among WPIAL coaches, with former Woodland Hills coach George Novak only behind Jim Render, who has 406 wins. Of course, Render formerly coached at Uniontown before having a great career at Upper St. Clair, and Joe Hamilton, who sits at 342. Hamilton spent 39 years at Blackhawk High School, so that's pretty good company for Coach Chirpeck.
Well, he's creating his own company now, Brian. He's a legendary figure in Western Pennsylvania football, and rightfully so.
Again, Laurel Highlands only one win ever in this series against Thomas Jefferson. Came a season ago. Mustangs won 31-24. Thomas Jefferson 28-1 all time against the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Tanner Brewster to send it away here for Laurel Highlands. Looking at the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars, they have back deep to receive number 6, Jason Solomon, along with number 11, Sean Sullivan. Sullivan averaging over 100 yards receiving a game, and number 4, Aiden Whalen, off here on the near side. And we get this Big 7 conference game underway. Thomas Jefferson 1-0 in the conference. Laurel Highlands 0-2.
Watch for the onside kick. You got nothing to lose if you're a Mustang tonight.
Expect Laurel Highlands to take some chances, and Brewster will put it low on the ground. A little squibber will get picked up here at the 22-yard line by Gavin Miller, and Miller across the 30 up to the 32-yard line, and that's where Thomas Jefferson will start first and 10.
A little punch knuckle there right off the bat, just trying to hit it into one of those linemen up front, and kind of squibbed it down there, and not bad result for the Mustangs. And of course the Jaguars will start out with this high-powered offense at their 33-yard line on the right hash.
It'll be Brody Evans to get the start at quarterback for Thomas Jefferson. Again, he'll play 2 series, then Luke Costco will come in, and he'll play 2 series for the Jags. And on first down, it'll be Evans putting it up, complete on the far side of Braden White, and White breaking into Mustang territory and finally run out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So a nice gain of 19 yards there from Evans to White. And Thomas Jefferson set up well here, Steve, to start the game.
Yeah, pretty good little pitch, just a little down, probably went about 7-8 yards down the field, turned around, and the ball was right there. Able to break a tackle and get a big gain.
Under center now is Evans, double tights, receiver to each side. Lone tailback is Elias Lippincott. Another quick out pass complete on the far side. That one goes to Sean Sullivan, and Sullivan driven down at the Mustang 35-yard line, gain of 7 to bring up second down and 3.
Nice tackle by Parker Hoff. It's been a good linebacker and running back for the Mustangs. Hoff's actually had a pretty good season.
So second and 3 now from the Laurel Highlands 35, 10:55 left here in the opening quarter, opening drive of the game for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. Evans back under center. Lippincott remains the lone back. He'll split time tonight with Michael Bandit. Twin receivers out to the near side. Evans handoff Lippincott. Lippincott across the right side of the line. Needed 3, got about 1.5 yards. That'll bring up third down and short. Ball almost in the center of the field. Have to think 4-down territory here for Coach Chirpeck and the Jags if they would not convert here, Steve.
That's definitely in that no man's land, right? You can't punt from the 30, and a little too far for a field goal.
Line of scrimmage, the Laurel Highlands 33. Evans back under center. 2 backs now in the eye, and it's Lippincott again for the second straight time. Has a first down and more of a sidestep off to the left. And finally brought down by Hunter Kuzier at the Laurel Highlands 25-yard line. An 8-yard gain there on a 3rd and 1 for Elias Lippincott. He came into the game 50 carries for 288 yards and 5 touchdowns. And this Thomas Jefferson team, Steve, just so balanced. You mentioned Evans and Costco, almost identical numbers throwing the football, and Banda and Lippincott kind of the same way on the ground.
Well, Lippincott, 6'2", 242. He looks like Travis Henry from the Titans, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Evans now back out of the shotgun. Lippincott to his left. He's going to put it up. Little pump fake. Throws far side. A bullet complete for another first down. Down to the 12-yard line. And once again, it goes to Sean Sullivan. 13-yard gain there. Evans to Sullivan. And Sullivan came into the game. 27 receptions, 547 yards, and 3 touchdowns. We'll check the flag.
It's going against the Jaguars. I did not see the signal. Well, we got clarification, Brian. I talked to Mike Gaffney today, and he was the official last week. I remember we were talking about that holding call early in the game. If the holding happens past the line of scrimmage, it's a spot foul. But if it's behind the line of scrimmage, it's from the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
So that's we got a little confused on that last week. So you can actually get a 1st and 5 or a 1st and 2.
Appreciate
or whatever. Yeah.
Mike Gaffney clearing that up for us. He was the official on the game last week. Evans to put it up now on 1st and 20. Looks near side. Pass brought in at the 30-yard line. Antoine Black quickly bringing down Vincent Heller. Heller about a 5-yard reception, so it'll be 2nd and 15. And you see Antoine Black, you're thinking, well, he's number 4. No, he's number 6 today. Unfortunately, 3 weeks ago when he had to get airlifted to a Pittsburgh hospital, they cut his jersey number 4. So he has to wear 6 now on the road for the rest of the season.
School district couldn't spring for a new jersey, apparently.
I guess
I'm just
not.
kidding. I'm kidding, everyone. I'm kidding.
Just great to see him out here, Steve, after everything he went through 3 weeks ago up in Kiski area.
I think everybody don't care what number jersey he wears as long as he's out there.
2nd and 15 from the Laurel Highlands 30. Evans under center, man in motion. Evans on a play fake to put it up, middle screen. Pass complete to Lippincott, but brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Jaden Tucker tackling Lippincott for a 2-yard loss on the play.
That was a big tackle by Tucker because he had some running room and a couple of blockers in front of him. That might have went a long way, but Tucker was there kind of behind the play, and he got him from behind.
Oh, big position here, Steve, for the Laurel Highlands defense. And we'll reconnect here on the radio side in just a moment. 3rd and 17 now for Thomas Jefferson. As Evans works out of the shotgun. Again, Lippincott off to his left. 3 wideouts, twins to the far side, and Evans is going to put it up. Mustangs coming after him. Little quick out pass complete for about a 7-yard pickup before Braden White was driven back by a trio of Mustangs. They'll set up 4th down and 10, and decision time for head coach Bill Chirpak. Sam Wessel is the
probably go for it.
Thomas Jefferson kicker, but this might be a little bit out of Wessel's range.
Be about a 43-yarder, 43-yarder. That's just, and you certainly don't punt from the 25, right? So.
A 4th and 10 here for Thomas Jefferson from the Laurel Highlands 25. Evans stays in that shotgun. Lippincott off to his right. Twin receivers to the near side, single coverage to the far side as Evans takes the snap. Has some time. Evans steps up in the pocket, throws a bullet across the middle for a Thomas Jefferson touchdown to Jason Salmon. So Salmon, his 18th reception of the season, goes for a touchdown from 25 yards out, and Thomas Jefferson takes an early 6-0 lead over Laurel Highlands.
Well, did a good job of pump faking, looked over to the right to Braden White, who was going on the flag route to the far right corner, and the safety went over there, and that just allowed Salmon to get wide open down the middle.
And now Wessel for the extra point for Thomas Jefferson. Try to make the lead 7-0. It's up on the way and good. And Thomas Jefferson a 7-0 lead over Laurel Highlands. 6:44 left here in the first. We'll reconnect on the radio side in just a moment here on the C.R. Brown Group High School Sports Night.
If a new or new-to-you vehicle is in your plan, stop in at Autoland Hyundai, where we always treat you right. New cars are arriving daily. You'll find the car that fits your lifestyle and your budget. Whether you're looking for a brand new 2024 Hyundai, end-of-model year closeout 2023, or a certified pre-owned Hyundai. Family-owned by the Parker family and in the car business for over 60 years. We know the secret of a successful business is treating our customers right. At Autoland, service is as important as the sale, and we are proud of our award-winning service department. Plus, Hyundai Assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain protection, and 3-year, 36,000-mile free complimentary maintenance. Visit our website, AutolandHyundai.com, or our convenient location, 25 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, or call 724-437-9999. You'll always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Sam Wessel to kick off. Antoine Black on the return here for Laurel Highlands, and Black with a flag on the play takes it back to the 32. And for you folks on the radio side, just rejoining us, Steve, Brody Evans connecting on a 4th and 10 to Jason Solomon on a 25-yard touchdown pass. Wessel adding the extra point, and Thomas Jefferson taking a 7-0 lead over Laurel Highlands.
That flag was thrown by the official from the other 40-yard line, and he looked like a rainbow coming in there. He threw it up in the air. That guy had a good arm, that kid, that official. He must have threw that flag 30 yards.
They're going to push the Mustangs back to their own 15-yard line. And Laurel Highlands, couple of good defensive stops there, Steve. Thought they had TJ, and then Evans dropped back, a little pump fake, found Salmon across the middle for the TJ touchdown.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say this is turning into a win for the Mustangs until that 4th down play. They had him a penalty and behind the chains a little bit, but the Jaguars just came through.
Noah Lyon, the Laurel Highlands quarterback, fakes the jet sweep, calls his own number up the middle, and gets maybe a yard. They actually reposition the line of scrimmage up to the 17, and Lyon on that run able to take it up to the 18 to bring up 2nd down and 9. And Lyon getting the start kind of at the last minute, Steve. We thought we were going to see Johnny Duke tonight, but Lyon, the sophomore, getting the start at quarterback.
Well, I thought he did pretty good the first couple games. He didn't complete as many passes maybe, as he would have liked in a few of those games, but I thought he was, he threw the ball nicely. He just got to connect with those receivers.
He's lined up now out of the shotgun with a protector back to his left. Antoine Black, we thought we might see a running back, was lined up in the slot as the inside run goes across the 20 up to the 22-yard line. I believe that's Parker Hoff. No, check that. It's Tristan Baker.
Fast.
So Baker able to pick up 3, maybe 4 up to the 22, and that'll bring up 3rd down and a long 5 here for Laurel Highlands.
5:30 left in the first quarter, so it's a pretty quick-moving first quarter. And the longer Mustangs can stay within striking distance, the better, more confidence they'll get.
So Lyon back out of the shotgun. Twin receivers now to each side for the Mustangs. Protector back off to his right. On this 3rd and 5, the Mustangs needing the 27 for a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 22. Lyon's going to put it up. High pass brought down just short of the sticks. Will depend here on the spot to Hunter Kuzier. Going to be awfully close.
They're going to give it to him.
Thomas Jefferson sideline saying no, but they're going to signal 1st down. So Lyon to Kuzier for 6 yards.
Yeah, it was right on that line to gain, and he got thrown backwards, but the official gave him the yardage. Probably could have measured it, Brian. It might have been close, but they just decided to give him the 1st down.
Kuzier came into the game, the Mustangs' leading receiver. 13 receptions for 132 yards. So Lyon back out of the shotgun. Protector back off to his left. That's Antoine Black. He's going to get the carry, and Black trying to sidestep off to the near side. He'll lose a yard back to the 26 to bring up 2nd down and 11. That's Black's first carry of the season, Steve.
Well, that's good. It's good to get him out there. It was pretty scary a couple weeks ago up there at Kiski.
Never started the season as a wide receiver. And that's where he's expected to play in college. In fact, got an offer this past week from Michigan State. Already had a Penn State offer. Middle of his junior season here at Laurel Highlands. Call it 2nd and 10. Lyon calling his own number. And he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So the Mustangs, 2 plays here after the initial 1st down, netting 0 yards. And now Parker Hoff will check in. Noah Lyon comes over to the near side and talks to head coach Rich Kolasar.
He's going to get worn out. He keeps running back and forth to the sideline to get the play.
Now Lyon was expected to start at wide receiver tonight and be Johnny Duke's backup. And we found out about 2 hours before kickoff that Lyon was going to get the nod as the starting quarterback tonight. Takes the snap here on a 3rd and 10. Puts it up. Airs it out for Black. Near side. Pass is tipped and knocked down. Falling incomplete. Good break up there from Braden White, the 6-foot, 170-pound junior for Thomas Jefferson.
Well, that's textbook. There's a flag down in the backfield, Brian. So we're going to holding against the Mustangs. They'll probably decline that. Well, that was a big-time textbook play. You want to show a young kid how to break up a pass down the sideline, a little fade route. That's exactly how you do it. Get your head turned around, jump up, and knock the ball down. He did everything but catch it.
Hunter Kuzier to punt, standing back at the Mustang 13-yard line. Sean Sullivan.
A flag. Mustang had too many men in the huddle, but they didn't call it.
Jaden Tucker late to run off. Clean snap back to Kuzier. They bring the blitz, and Kuzier blasts the punt. Sullivan retreating off of one hop, picks it up here at the 25. Sullivan coming near side at the 30, a little sidestep. Sullivan up to the 35-yard line. That's where he's brought down, and where TJ will start 1st and 10 when we come back. 2:58 left here in the opening quarter, 7-0. Thomas Jefferson over Laurel Highlands are back in 30 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Keep your legal needs close to home. Attorney Vincent T. Berry specializes in criminal justice, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. Attorney T. Berry is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to Attorney Vince T. Berry. It will be the only call you need to make. Call 724-430-0300. That's 724-430-0300.
Brody Evans with a handoff to Michael Banda, and Banda with the carry, bringing it up to the 39-yard line, 4-yard pickup. And Steve, kind of like Evans and Costco, Banda and Lippincott rotating in the backfield for the Jets.
Wow, that's a completely different scenario, though. Banda is a slasher. Almost looks like an Alva. Was a Kamara guy from the Saints, right? He looks like a little slasher back there, skinnier kid. Lippincott more like we said, just
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, Derrick Henry, or the guy from the Steelers,
Najee Harris.
Yeah, big bruiser.
2nd and 6, and Banda getting the carry again right up the middle.
A good tackle.
Able to take it up to the 43-yard line for 3, maybe 4 there for Banda to bring up 3rd and short. We'll call it 3rd and 2. And Banda came into the game 63 carries for 398 yards and 6 touchdowns. Lippincott had 50 carries for 288 and 5 touchdowns.
Great tackle by Parker Hoff there to stop that. Looked like it was going to go for a first down, and he smashed him about a yard short.
They bring in the fullback, Emmett Fort, and pitch it back to Banda again, and Banda running real hole on the far side, busted out, gets into Mustang territory, still has not gone down until he gets down to the Laurel Highlands 42-yard line. So Banda picking up 16 there, and another Thomas Jefferson first down. We're down to 1:30 already left, Steve, here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, pretty quick moving first quarter. The Mustangs hanging in there. A lot of people thought this was going to be a little bit more of a lopsided score by now. The Mustangs are just hanging in there. Of course, the clock moving, ball staying in play.
Almost held the Jags on their opening drive. Thomas Jefferson had a 4th and 10 for the Mustang 25, and they converted that for a touchdown. Evans, play fake here, hangs in the pocket, looking deep middle for Sullivan, who's unable to bring it down. Good coverage by DJ Pratt on the Laurel Highlands side, breaking up that pass attempt for Sullivan inside the Mustang 5-yard line.
Well, I don't know if he broke it up or not, but he certainly distracted him, and it hit him in the hands, but it might have been tipped, Brian. You might be right. It's hard to see, but if he got a hand on it, but either way, he did a good job of getting in front of that ball, and that would have, if he catches it, it's a touchdown, right? He's behind the receiver, or behind the defender.
2nd and 10 now from the Laurel Highlands 42. Evans back under center. Banda remains the lone back. Double tight to wide out to each side. Evans quick out, far side pass complete. And another TJ first down, breaking a couple of tackles. Braden White down the far sideline inside the 10. And White finally brought down at the 7-yard line. 35-yard gain that time from Evans to Braden White. And Evans did a lot of that. Check that, Steve. White did a lot of that after the reception.
Yeah, just a little hitch pattern again. They've run that play several times already. And he caught it and broke a tackle, then broke another tackle, spun around. Looked like it could have been a block in the back going down, an unnecessary block by one of the TJ receivers, but they didn't call it.
Now they go twins each side from the Laurel Highlands 7-yard line. Ball on the far hash. Marcus Evans takes the snap, now looks near side, and the pass complete for another TJ touchdown. Jason Solomon again. His 2nd touchdown of the night, this time from 7 yards out, increasing the Thomas Jefferson lead to 13-0 over Laurel Highlands.
Marion Jones got tangled up, fell down, and the receiver was wide open for an easy score.
So Salmon, who came into the game, 17 receptions for 338 and 2 touchdowns, now has 4 touchdowns on the season after 2 opening quarter scores as Wessel adds the extra point to make it 14-0. Jags over the Mustangs. 14 seconds left here in the opening quarter. We're back in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
I'm Mike Auble, and I am the Republican nominee for Fayette County District Attorney. I am a retired member of the Army and a veteran of Afghanistan. With nearly 20 years of experience in military, police, corrections, and criminal law, I am the most qualified candidate to be your chief law enforcement officer. I am a strong defender of your constitutional rights, and I'm dedicated to addressing crime, drugs, and corruption. We need change in the District Attorney's office. Vote for me, Mike Auble, on November 7th, because I am the right person to bring about that change.
Paid for by the candidate.
Score big savings when you shop at Reese Warehouse in Smithfield. With great pricing on furniture and appliances from such manufacturers as Maytag and Whirlpool, amongst others. Furniture from brands like Flex Steel and Ashley, and comfortable Serta bedding, and much, much more. Great pricing, all at Reese Warehouse. Your 2023 Community Choice winner as the best place to buy furniture and appliances. Shop Monday from 9 to 7, the rest of the work week until 6, and Saturday 9 to 5. Reese Warehouse, the superstore in Smithfield.
Back here at Thomas Jefferson High School, the Jaguars a 14-0 lead over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Back at Bill Power Stadium, Windburst 7-0 lead over Uniontown. This kickoff from Wessel, going to go into the end zone for a touchback, but got a little dicey there because you had Thomas Jefferson's Gavin Miller coming down the far sideline. Almost had an opportunity to scoop that up.
That stops at the 1-foot line.
Yep.
We got a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, couldn't advance it, but it'll be a 1st and goal for TJ.
Yeah.
So Laurel Highlands rolling the dice that time, and we're able to get that ball to roll into the end zone for a touchback. Probably the Laurel Highlands mindset there was hoping it would roll out of bounds on the far side, but well placed there from the kicker Wessel for Thomas Jefferson. So the second offensive drive of the game now for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. They work right to left with 14 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Noah Lyon under center. Now coming in motion, they fake the jet sweep. Lyon pulls it down, looks to run, and is actually stopped here about a yard behind the line of scrimmage back to the 19-yard line. They brought Kuzier in motion, but Lyon decided to call his own number and lost 1. That'll be the final play of this opening quarter with Thomas Jefferson leading Laurel Highlands 14-0. We're back with the second quarter in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
My name is Terry Kahn, and I'm a paralegal at Radcliffe Law, now Radcliffe Martin Law. It's exciting to work with the next generation of lawyers here in Uniontown. I've worked at several firms in Uniontown and worked on cases against the big firms in Pittsburgh, and I must say they're no match for Tripp, Bill, and Rob. Their combined caring and integrity are second to none. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorneys. Give us a call at 724-439-3939 or like us on Facebook.
Chiropractor, husband, father, team doctor, and coach. I'm Dr. Bob Baker, and I'm running for Fayette County Coroner. As a proven leader and team player, I will lead with integrity and compassion. My plans and goals for this office will be a great benefit for our community, to not only serve those in need, but to also help prevent tragedies. I'm Dr. Bob Baker, and I would greatly appreciate your support.
Paid for by friends of Dr. Bob Baker.
Back here at Thomas Jefferson High School, start of the second quarter. Thomas Jefferson leading Laurel Highlands 14-0. Couple of touchdown passes from Brody Evans, both to Jason Salmon. The difference so far. Windburst 7-0 lead over Uniontown. Now Bell Vernon up 29-0 already over South Allegheny. That came midway through the opening quarter. Bell Vernon scoring 4 times in the opening 6 minutes of that game over South Allegheny tonight. Mustangs facing a 2nd and 11 here. Noah Lyon to put it up quick out near side, and the pass through the hands of Josh Reed, who just got drilled there, Steve, as soon as the ball hit his hands. That'll bring up 3rd and 11.
Well, sooner or later, if you're going to stay in this game, you're going to have to throw one down the field and get a completion, because it doesn't look like they're going to be able to move the football on the ground very well against this bigger, stronger TJ front line.
1 first down so far for Laurel Highlands. Came on the opening drive. A completion from Noah Lyon to Hunter Kuzier. Mustangs now going trips off here to the near side as Lyon operates out of the shotgun. Ball on the far hash mark. Laurel Highlands 19-yard line. They're coming after Lyon, trying to set up the middle screen. Goes to Tristan Baker, and he's hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage, and Baker able to take it back to the 19 for no gain. But nonetheless, the Mustangs 3 and out They'll bring up 4th and 11, and they'll have to bring out the punting unit again.
That was dangerous. Brady almost overthrew him in there. There was a linebacker that made the tackle. Could have been there to scoop that one up, but brings up a 4th down.
Kujar now back at his own 5-yard line. Sean Sullivan back at the TJ 47. TJ might bring a little pressure here on Kujar again. He looked good during warm-ups. High snap coming back. Hunter brings it down and barely got that one away. Goes off on the far side, hits at the Mustang 45, and goes out of bounds right around midfield. That's where TJ will start. 1st and 10 when we come back. 11:08 left before halftime. TJ 14, Laurel Highlands nothing. We're back at 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
Thomas Jefferson starting this drive at the Laurel Highlands 49-yard line. Our first look at Luke Costco, the transfer from Seton LaSalle. Starts with a low screen on the near side that falls incomplete. The intended wide receiver, Jason Solomon. And we talked about, Steve, how similar Evans and Costco are. Evans 6'4", 200 pounds. Costco 6'4", 205. Costco's thrown for 580 yards, 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Evans came into the game throwing for 615 yards, 2 touchdowns and 1 INT. Now has added 2 touchdown passes already in this opening quarter tonight to Jason Solomon.
Well, that first pass just a little low. He had a guy out there, a little swing pass, and threw it into the turf. Coach Cherpak not pleased with that one.
Elias Lippincott now, the back off to the right of Costco, and he's going to get the carry here. The Mustangs' good pursuits. Coming in first there was Tristan Baker and finished off by John Pletcher. Going to be a loss of 2, maybe 3.
Brian, that's Tristan McCoy.
Okay, yeah, right. My Tristan's mixed up there. McCoy 15. And a 3-yard loss to bring up 3rd and 13 back to the TJ 48. So Costco tested on his opening drive of the game. 3 wideouts now for TJ. 2 to the far side. Single coverage out to the near side as Costco takes the snap. Has time. Now steps up in the pocket. Flush down to the far side. Costco still loose. Throws on the run. Deep down the far side. And that pass is tipped and falls incomplete. Almost intercepted there by Hunter Kujar. The pass was intended for Sean Sullivan. That'll be 4th down and 13. Let's see how aggressive the Jags get here, Steve. The punter is Brody Evans, who's the one of 2 quarterbacks in rotation for the Jags. And Evans is on the field. And credit the Mustang defense there, Steve. Looking pretty good on that series.
In a shotgun, or as a regular looks a quarterback, he's probably going to back up. I bet you he's going to quick kick. Yep, he's backing up a little bit.
Mustangs no one back right now, and it will be a quick kick here from Evans. Hunter Kujar will chase it back. The ball will check up. Kujar picks it up at the 15-yard line, breaks a tackle, steps up to the 20, and Kujar's still loose across the 25, and he carries a couple of Jags back to the 30. So a good run back there from Hunter Kujar. Laurel Highlands has the football back with 10:04 left before halftime. It's Thomas Jefferson 14, Laurel Highlands nothing. We're back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
10:04 left before halftime. Thomas Jefferson 14, Laurel Highlands nothing. The Mustangs forcing a 3 and out for Thomas Jefferson. And after a good return from Hunter Kujar, Laurel Highlands has the football at their own 30-yard line, working left to right as we describe it, as Noah Lyon lines up here out of the shotgun. And I think we're going to have a timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well. 10:04 left before halftime. Still 14-0. Jags over the Mustangs. We're back in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
The people people of South Union Township know it's one of the finest places in Fayette County to live and raise a family. There are clean, safe neighborhoods, 2 beautiful parks, a wonderful school district. The taxes are the lowest in the county. The garbage and sewage charges are the cheapest in the entire state. And there's not been a tax increase in 52 years. The Vernon name is a strong name for quality, people-oriented services. When Rick Vernon is there, why break up a good team? Let's keep a good team together so Rick Vernon can continue to work hard for our great quality of life. Rick thanks everyone for their support in the primary and would appreciate your vote in the fall so that he can continue working with his fellow supervisors, Bob Schiffbauer and Jason Scott, for our great quality of life.
Paid for by the candidate.
Thomas Jefferson up 14-0 over Laurel Highlands. Mustangs first and 10 from their own 30-yard line. No line, little play fake. Calling his own number, gets back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Bring up 2nd down and 10 back at Bill Power Stadium. Still in the opening quarter. Windburst still leads Uniontown 7-0. You can also watch that game on the WMBS Facebook page with TJ DeStefano and Tony Hanula tonight. I'm Brian Morozak with Steve Superick, Sarah Camp behind the camera, and our YouTube live video feed. And Nick Barczyk back inside our WMBS studios. Really a nice night, though, Steve, for high school football. Actually, it was a little muggy earlier.
Well, the temperature's cooling down now. It's probably 65, 70 degrees. It's beautiful. No wind either.
2nd and 10 for Lyon and the Mustangs. Inside run to Antoine Black. Now try to bounce it out here on the near side. And Black will lose a couple here back to the 27, getting forward progress. 3-yard loss on the play to bring up 3rd down and 13. So Black, Steve, initially looked towards the inside. Didn't see anything there. Tried to bounce it out. And TJ just too quick defensively.
Yeah, just didn't have enough blocking or couldn't get around the corner. 68 degrees, Brian, right now.
Vince Heller and Cam Egerton finished him off. Now 3rd and 13 for Laurel Highlands.
How many Egertons do they have on that team, Brian? There's got to be
two brothers. One's a freshman, Kane, and the other a middle linebacker, Cam. Kane's a freshman, Cam's a senior. Has to be pretty neat to both play together. And then inside linebacking core for TJ. 3rd and 13. Lyon's going to put it up. He'll take a shot here for Antoine Black, who almost had it at the TJ 38. Just couldn't hang on. Had good single coverage there with Vince Heller. And Black almost able to bring that one down, Steve.
Just couldn't hold on to it. It was a good throw. It was a perfect throw. It had to be because the coverage was excellent. And it just dropped it right in the bucket. And Antoine tried to make a beautiful catch going to the turf, and he actually had it. And when he hit the ground, the ball came flying out, and it would have been a nice play, highlight reel play if he would have held on to that one.
Hunter Kuzier on the field again to punt, standing back at the Mustang 15-yard line, and flags coming here.
I think one of the Mustangs went a little early. The right tackle, number 1. I think that was Johnson.
You don't have a mic on the official tonight to pick up who the foul was on, but it was a false start against the Mustangs.
Yeah, it was Johnson there, right. The guy on the right end on the inside just jumped a little early.
That's all it takes sometimes. Now Kuzier back at the 10-yard line. Sean Sullivan back at the TJ 45. Kuzier gets it away again. He's been pressured all night long. This ball will hit at midfield. Actually take a TJ bounce, and the Mustangs jump on it quickly. There's Jacob Johnson, downs it. They're actually spot this here right around the Mustang 42. That's where TJ will start 1st and 10. When we come back, 8:16 left before halftime. 14-0 Jags back at 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Hello, I am Jack Conner. I am running for district attorney. I'm going to go after drug dealers who are pumping fentanyl into our community, insist upon maximum sentences for dangerous criminals, and escalating sentences for repeat offenders. With clear consequences, would-be criminals will think twice. Then we can all raise families, start businesses, and feel safe in Fayette County. Learn more Mondays at 4:15 p.m. right here on WMBS.
Paid for by the Friends of Jack W. Conner.
Second drive of the night for Luke Costco, and Costco has a lot of time, hangs in the pocket, looks deep middle, and that pass is intercepted. Picked off by the Mustangs' Hunter Kuzier at the 9-yard line.
Just took too long, Brian, to throw it down there. He kind of telegraphed it, and he made a nice throw, but Kuzier playing deep in the middle did a great job of hawking that ball. He just went up high for it and came down with it. And Kujar's having himself a night,
yes.
Brian. He's played some pretty good football for the Mustangs.
He's punting, has a first down reception, interception on defense. Good candidate for our player of the game on the Laurel Highlands side, courtesy of Fayette County Commissioner Vince Facides. I'll see if the Mustangs can get the offense going. Still just one first down tonight. And you have Lyon operating here out of the shotgun. Parker Hoff in the game as an H-back. On the left side of the line, Tristan Baker to the left of Noah Lyon in the backfield, and Baker's going to get the football. Here's Baker across the left side of the line. Positive gain, getting up to the 13-yard line. 3 there for Tristan Baker. Bring up second down and 7. And the Mustangs throwing a number of running back options here tonight, Steve, with the Jaguars. We've seen Parker Hoff carry the football, Antoine Black, Jaden Tucker, and Tristan Baker. Second and 7.
Got to get that line to create a couple seams and get some, just hold on to their blocks just a fraction longer.
Now Parker Hoff to the left of Lyon this time. Baker's the H-back, and Hoff's going to get the football. And Hoff fighting for yards, and not much there. Was initially hit by Thomas Jefferson's Cooper Cambarison driven back. Might have lost a yard on the play to bring up third down and 8. Line of scrimmage right around the Mustang 12-yard line. 7:15 left before halftime. If you're just joining us, Brody Evans, a pair of touchdown passes in the opening quarter to Jason Solomon on the Thomas Jefferson side. One of 25 yards, the other of 7 yards. Now 3rd and 7. We saw the Mustangs last time on third down take a pretty good shot down the field to Antoine Black. Let's see if they try to go deep here again. You have trips and a little banana bunch out to the near side. That's the wide side of the field here for Laurel Highlands. As Lyon operates out of the shotgun, hangs in the pocket, now steps up, flush far side, and just throws it away. Did get outside the pocket, so that should nullify any intentional grounding. The closest Mustang down there was Antoine Black, who was probably 15 yards from the football.
Yeah, there was no one in the vicinity. He was just trying to avoid the sack.
Now 4th and 8, and Hunter Kujar again on to punt here for the Mustangs.
And they've been getting close.
Yes.
And the snaps have been pretty good tonight, but the Jaguars are just coming after the punter.
You have Kujar this time standing right around the goal line. Sullivan right around the Laurel Highlands 44. Comes back to Kujar high again. He's going to pull it down and look to run. Kujar with blockers out in front as the 15-20, and Hunter Kujar picks up the first down on a fake punt. Called there from the Laurel Highlands 10-yard line. Brought it down on the left side and picked up 19 yards on the run for the first down.
Well, you wonder if they called that or he did it on his own because of the high snap that kind of broke the rhythm of the punt there, and he was probably going to get the punt blocked if he would have tried to kick it straight away. So he just took off to his left, and being a right-footed kicker, that would have been really difficult for him to try to kick it left-footed. So he just decided to take a shot and run at it, and he got the first down.
Paid off.
Yeah.
Actually, they're going to give him 16 on the run. They ruled him out of bounds at the 26 on the far side, but still a first down. The Mustangs, their second first down of the ninth. They're going to take another timeout. With 6:30 left before halftime, Thomas Jefferson 14, Laurel Highlands nothing. We're back in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. They'll answer your questions and get you started on your next home project. Conveniently located at 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. For more information, call 724-366-8274 or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page. Zen's Construction Warehouse, their surplus is your savings.
Hello, my name is Dr. Garrett Breakiron, and I am running for South Union Township Supervisor. I have been a lifelong resident of South Union and raised my family and built my business in South Union. I have recently retired, and I will devote my full time and energy as your supervisor. It's time for a change of the old guard with new leadership. I humbly ask for your support in the upcoming election.
The following message was paid for by the Friends of Garrett Breakiron.
As we come out of the timeout, Noah Lyon fumbling the snap, coming back, was able to get back on it. There will be a loss there, Steve, of about 12 yards on the play, back to the 15-yard line. So it'll be second down and 22.
Snap a little bit offline, but not that bad. And it wasn't too, it was right at letter high on his jersey, and he should have been able to catch that one, but he just probably, he's got so many guys coming at him so fast, he just got caught looking downfield a little early and missed the ball.
Now the Mustangs playing from behind the sticks here on second and 22. Lyon pump fake, throws across the middle, no one home. Antoine Black, the closest to the football.
Put your hands out, Antoine. You might catch that ball. I don't know what he was expected to get hit, but the ball was only, we had a good angle of that one, Brian. It was only a foot or two to his right.
I was wondering if he was thinking somebody was farther down the field and decided to back up.
Yeah, but if he sticks his hand out, he might have caught that ball. Didn't it look like he went right by just about a foot or two to his right?
It's like he paused. If he would have ran through it, would have had an opportunity to get to the football, but I think he thought there was somebody a little bit deeper down the field that ball was intended for. Trips now to the near side for Laurel Highlands here on a 3rd and 22. Single coverage out to the far side. Protector back off to the right of Noah Lyon, who takes the snap. Lyon quick out near side, goes to Josiah Lewis at the 20, and Lewis able to bounce forward up to the 24-yard line for a pickup of 10 on 3rd and 22. So it'll be 4th and 10, and the Mustangs will have to bring out the punting unit here again, Steve.
Well, that'd be the ultimate gutsy guts of a burglar there if you try to fake punt again.
I don't think that's going to fool Coach Turpak a second time.
No, but,
PA announcer said back to maybe attempt to punt. Hunter Kuzier. He's standing back at the 12-yard line. Sullivan again back at the TJ 45. Low snap coming back this time to Hunter. Gets it away. Another good punt. It goes to Sullivan at the 42. Sullivan the 45-50. Breaking into Mustang territory. Look out here. Sean Sullivan still loose on the far side. Sullivan inside the 30 and brings it back to the 25-yard line. So a nice run back there, Steve, from Sean Sullivan.
Could have faked it. You would have been the same distance.
But only netted 3 after the return.
Yeah.
Might have ruled him out there at the 27. So that'd be about a 5-yard net. But Kuzier's improved the punting stats for the Mustangs as a team. His average now close to 30 yards a punt. You consider the fact I think the Mustangs early on in the season were around 15 yards a punt. I think it says a lot for the improvement since he's been able to come back and out into the lineup. But now TJ set up here with a 14-0 lead. And it's back now to Brody Evans as the Thomas Jefferson quarterback starting this drive from the Laurel Highlands 27. Evans under center, handoff going there to Michael Banda, and Banda breaking it down close to the 20-yard line. I'll get ruled down at the 22 actually, so about a 5-yard run for the 6-foot, 180-pound senior Michael Banda. We have 4:30 left before halftime. The Mustangs have done a nice job, Steve, to keep themselves in the game.
Yeah.
It hasn't gotten out of hand yet.
Certainly a lot of people expected it to get out of hand by now.
Mustangs a tough shutout loss last week against Greater Latrobe. Thomas Jefferson had come from behind victory over Bell Vernon.
The last 2 drives that the Jaguars had the ball, they've kind of sputtered.
Evans is going to put it up here on 2nd and 4. Quick out goes to Sullivan on the far side for a TJ first down. Sullivan run out of bounds just shy of the 15 to give Sullivan 6, maybe 7 there on the reception from Brody Evans. And Coach Turpak talked about the key last week was finding some other options other than Sullivan, who was the most involved wide receiver for TJ through the first 4 weeks of this season. We've seen that again tonight. Braden White and Jason Solomon, along with Vince Heller, have all stepped up and had receptions for the Jags. Another 1st and 10 here for Thomas Jefferson from the Laurel Highlands 17-yard line. Evans back under center. Lone back again as Michael Banda gets the football. Banda big hole right up the middle inside the 10. And Michael Banda races down to the 6-yard line. Close to another TJ first down. We'll see where they spot it here. And it will be a 1st and goal now for Thomas Jefferson. Banda picking up 11 on that run. Now the Jags trying to punch it in with 3:15 left before halftime. 1st and goal now from the Laurel Highlands 7. Of 2 eye backs with Banda dotting the eye. Double tights on the line. Sullivan lone receiver split out to the far side. That's where Evans is going to Sean Sullivan on a little quick out into the end zone for a Thomas Jefferson touchdown. So Evans 3 touchdown passes tonight. The first one to Sullivan. Sullivan now 4 touchdowns on the season, and Thomas Jefferson a 20-0 lead over Laurel Highlands.
Yeah, Pratt over there in coverage just kind of let Sullivan run at him and stop, and had to know that ball was coming sooner than later, and just couldn't get back in the play.
Wessel now for the extra point. Kick up on the way, and good. And Thomas Jefferson now a 21-0 lead over Laurel Highlands. 2:59 left before halftime. And we're back in 60 here on the CR Brana Group High School Sports Night.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Brian Morozak and Steve Superk back here at Thomas Jefferson High School. 21-0 Jags over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Kickoff return here for Laurel Highlands. The freshman Gio Guerriere takes it back to the 25-yard line. And Steve, Uniontown looking good tonight at homecoming. Tied with Windber at 7-7. Windber came into the game with a 4-1 record. Lone loss came last week against North Star. And the Red Raiders putting up a good performance during homecoming.
Yeah, Tony over there.
Along with TJ DeStefano. TJ making his play-by-play debut tonight here on WMBS. Billy Dice behind the camera there. Brian Morozak with Steve Superk. We have Sarah Camp behind our camera. Nick Barchak making it all happen tonight. Back inside our WMBS studios.
Did you save a sandwich for Sarah?
Sarah ate a sandwich already.
Did she eat one? Okay.
She got her sandwich before the game. Noah Lyon out of the shotgun here. A little pump fake. Got his. He released the football. Falls incomplete. Late flag coming in. Was there maybe some contact in the secondary there on the pass to Josiah Lewis?
Well, that's either going to be a hold against TJ or a offensive pass interference, a little pick play, but that's...
I don't know who picked, though, because Lewis was the only receiver around. Officials getting together to talk about it. Reminder, stay tuned for our Radcliffe Martin Law halftime show. We'll have some bonus coverage of that Windber Uniontown game. Also some other scores around the WPIAL as we check the flag here. The official's going to pick it up.
Yeah.
So he's 2nd and 10. No foul on the play. That flag came in awfully late. Bell Vernon now up 36-0 over South Allegheny tonight. Matt Humbert has his JV kids in, Steve, in the second quarter. They expected Bell Vernon to really roll through AAA after they played a rigorous non-conference schedule. And surprising, Steve, Quentin Martin last week against Thomas Jefferson had only 7 touches against the Jags. Surprised they did not have him more involved, but they're certainly taking it out on the South Allegheny Gladiators tonight. Mustangs facing a 2nd and 10 here from their own 25. Lyon looks to his left, nothing there. He's in trouble, just grounded the football.
That's going to be
and that should be intentional grounding. Flag's going to come out here. He was just trying to get rid of it.
He's barking at the official, and
he wasn't out of the pocket.
Yeah, he wasn't out of the pocket, and there was nobody near him. There was no Mustang receiver near where he threw it. He just kind of threw that down like a quarterback spiking it.
Yeah, just a chucker.
It's a chucker. That's a loss of down penalty, too, so that's going to be 3rd down back and
9-yard line. They need the 35 for a first down. So do the math there with 3rd and 26.
And you got to be careful now. That's the last thing you want to do is have your punter standing in his own end zone, which is if they don't get any yardage here, that's where he's going to be standing.
There's still plenty of time left for the Jags here in this second quarter, too, with 2:43 left before halftime. Just an inside run going to Antoine Black and able to get the punter a little bit of room there, picking up 2, maybe 3 up to the 11-yard line. So once again, the Mustangs will trot Hunter Kuzier out.
I'm surprised the Jaguars didn't use a timeout. They're going to wait now.
Clock stopped now. So they are going to take a timeout. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout here. 2:26 left before halftime. 21-0 Jags over the Mustangs. We're back in 30 here on the C.R. Barada Group High School Sports Night.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
Back here at Thomas Jefferson High School, they actually added some time up on the scoreboard after that TJ timeout. Now 2:38 left before halftime. Mustangs facing a 4th and 23. Line of scrimmage, the Laurel Highlands 11-yard line. Hunter Kuzier will be standing inside of his own end zone.
They're in what they call a punt-safe look, more of a regular defensive look. Still could slip somebody through there to try to block this, so Hunter's got to be mindful of that. He's just got to catch it and get rid of it.
Clean snap this time coming back to Hunter. High punt, short. Sullivan stepping up, fair catch, a little juggle. Ball hits the turf, and Sullivan able to regain and hop back on it right around the 35-yard line. So that's where TJ will start 1st and 10. And you look at this Jaguars team, Steve, so far this season, 5-0. Again, only one loss since the Mustangs beat them a season ago. First win ever for Laurel Highlands over Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson mowed down Franklin Regional in their opener 42-7. Knocked off Baldwin 49-3. Doubled up West Mifflin 28-14. That was the 500th win in program history for Thomas Jefferson. Beat Greater Latrobe last week 41-14. Then 24-19 come from behind win on the orange turf, or on the gold turf last week against the Bell Vernon Leopards.
Can't get used to looking at that turf.
Now out of the shotgun, Evans. His second straight drive, looking deep middle, no one home, but a flag on the play there. Intended wide receiver was Sullivan.
Call Antoine Black, and I don't know what he did to deserve a flag. That's an odd call.
Didn't see a lot down there.
Didn't see a lot of contact.
A pass interference, they'll call against the Mustangs.
Yeah, that did not look like much there.
Laurel Highlands coming into this game on a 4-game losing streak. That season opening win over Uniontown 50-13, lost 40-0 against Bell Vernon, 28-24 in a close game against Kiskieri, and then tough the last 2 weeks, 55-3 against McKeesport and 37-0 last week against Greater Latrobe. Down 21-0 here with 2:25 left before halftime, and TJ threatening again after that pass interference penalty. The Jags a 1st and 10 from the Laurel Highlands 20-yard line. Man in motion, Braden White. And he's going to be intended wide receiver here on a screen that falls incomplete from Brody Evans to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Well, that's just a bad miss there by Evans. You're just throwing that ball, a little swing pass out to the left, and that's a play that you need. If you want to be a college quarterback, you need to be able to make that throw. He's been doing great so far, but that's just one he missed.
Both Evans and Costco Jr., Steve, so you might see them both in a similar position next year, rotating time here for the Jacks. 2nd and 10 now. Evans now going empty, trips to the near sideline of scrimmage, the Laurel Highlands 20-yard line as Evans takes the snap, hangs in the pocket as a day and a half. Now Evans flushed to look to run as the 15 and run out of bounds close to a 1st down right around the 10-yard line. Going to rule him out at the 11 for about a 9-yard gain.
Well, the play took so long to develop. His receivers ran almost into the back of the end zone. He had nowhere to throw the ball. He had so much time to throw that they kept running down the field, and they ran out of real estate.
2nd and 1 now for Evans and the Jags from the Laurel Highlands 11.
3rd and 1.
To check a 3rd and 1. He had the incompletion on 1st down. to White, and now the 9-yard run on second down. And they'll go 2 I-backs here with Lippincott dotting the I. Lippincott gets the football, power run on the right side, gets inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line, picks up 3 on 3rd and 1. And now the Jags a 1st and goal. Hey, plenty of time to work with. 2:04 now left on a running clock here before halftime. There's no reason for them to hurry. The Mustangs will get the football, though, to start the second half. Laurel Highlands just 2 first downs so far in this game. Both courtesy of Hunter Kuzier. One on a reception from Noah Lyon, the other on a fake punt. Evans out of the shotgun. 1st and goal here from the 7-yard line. Evans, quick out, far side. One-handed attempt falls incomplete. Flag on the play, and that could be pass interference there on DJ Pratt.
Well,
Sullivan, again, the intended wide receiver.
That could be offensive pass interference, Brian. The way he went in there, he might have pushed off.
The tight battle there in the near corner of the end zone.
Oh, wow, tough call on Pratt.
And goes as defensive pass interference there on Pratt.
Grabbed him a little bit.
That was away from us.
Well, we haven't gotten a break from the officials today.
No. 1st and goal from the 4. 2 I-backs, double tights on the line. Single coverage out to the far side. A little pitch back going to Lippincott again. And Lippincott getting into the end zone for a Thomas Jefferson touchdown. Their first rushing touchdown of the night, 6th of the season for Elias Lippincott. Increases the lead to 27-0.
Tell you what, you talk about calls from the officials, Brian. I know you don't watch the Pirates anymore, but did you see what happened last night to Bryce Harper?
No.
It might have been the worst check swing strike call I've ever seen. He didn't even get the ball. He just barely moved his bat.
Extra point up on the way, and that kick is good. And from Samuel Wessel.
And I'm rooting for the Pirates, but that was a bad call.
The Thomas Jefferson a 28-0 lead over Laurel Highlands. 1:31 left before halftime. We're back in 60 here on the C.R. Piranha Group High School Sports Night.
Amador Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel safely to school in the Fayette County area for more than 3 years. Amador Transit is a proud sponsor of the Laurel Highlands football team and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information, call 724-439-3164, 724-439-3164, or stop into their office at Amador Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Wessel, a little squib kick here for Thomas Jefferson. Ball's loose, and the Jaguars got on it. They kicked it right at the Mustang front line, deflected off of Jacob Johnson, and Thomas Jefferson able to recover.
I don't think that was a planned onside kick. That was like the old Roy Girella. Remember when you're too young to remember this, Brian. When I was a kid, Steelers played in the Super Bowl, and Roy slipped on the turf on a kickoff in the Super Bowl.
That against the Vikings in their first Super Bowl?
I think that was against the Cowboys. I'm not sure, but I know he slipped, and the ball hit just like that. It hit one of the guys up front. He couldn't handle it, and the Steelers got it. It wasn't an intended onside kick, but that worked out for the Jaguars. And that ball just hit the blocker for the Mustangs, and it just fell right down. He couldn't get a handle on it.
And now Luke Costco back in at quarterback. This is already the 7th offensive drive of the game for the Jaguars. And Costco completion there to Jason Salmon. Already has a couple of touchdowns tonight. And Salmon run out of bounds right around the Mustangs' 25-yard line with a flag on the play.
Now that's got to be a late hit, I would think, because that's the only other thing you can call. There was only one Jaguar player over there.
I do remember, Steve, Girella's Gorillas.
Yeah.
From back in the day.
Late hit on the Mustangs. That's going to get them closer. Boy, they might get to 35 by halftime, Brian.
A little late surge here to end the second quarter on the Thomas Jefferson side. So they'll tack on half the distance here from the 25-yard line, and TJ will have it here right around the Laurel Highlands 12-yard line. Put on the far hash mark. If TJ is able to get a score here, Steve, and they tack on an extra point, we'll have a running clock to start the second half.
That's correct.
Now Costco and the Jags come to the line. You've Michael Banda off to the right of Costco. Twin receivers to the near side, single coverage to the far side, and Costco looking on that far side and has a completion inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. That one going to Jason Salmon. Salmon getting 4, maybe 5 there.
The clock's running with 1:05 and counting. Not much of an issue yet. You figure you only got about 3 plays left anyway. They got 2 timeouts left. So they can afford to let it run a little bit.
Down to 50 seconds left before halftime. Now twin receivers to each side. Banda to the right of Luke Costco. Costco takes the snap, hangs in the pocket, whistles come in. He had the completion there, but you're going to get a false start call there on the Jags side. Would have went to Braden White, and he could have walked into the end zone for a touchdown.
Now, is that a runoff? It might be a 10-second runoff, too.
Not a false start. Yeah, it would take him down to 30 seconds.
That's if.
Push the line of scrimmage back to the 13-yard line. They're going to wind the clock here. There's no runoff signaled. And now you have Costco in a pistol with Banda behind him. Twin receivers to each side. Costco takes the snap, sets up the screen, goes to Banda. Banda inside the 10, down to the 5, and run out of bounds right around the 4-yard line.
Yeah, I don't think he got a first down.
No, it's going to be about 3rd and 2. Clock stopped with 22 seconds left before halftime. They allowed that Mustang rush to slip through and allowed Banda a little running room out in the flat. It's now 3rd and goal. Line of scrimmage, the Laurel Highlands 4-yard line on the far hash mark with 22 seconds left before halftime. TJ up 28-0, trying to tack on a little more. This time, Costco under center. 2 eye backs. Banda dots the eye. Costco takes the snap, pitch back to Banda, bounces out on the far side, and Banda close to a first down right around the 2-yard line.
Call timeout now.
Now the Jags will take a timeout with 17 seconds left. They'll have a 1st and goal from the Mustang 2. 17 seconds left before halftime. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
28-0 here. The Thomas Jefferson Jaguars leading the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. TJ trying to tack on another late score. Winber added a 42-yard field goal against Uniontown to lead the Red Raiders 10-7. That game about midway through the second quarter for Bill Power Stadium homecoming tonight. So a good showing for the Red Raiders tonight against a one-loss Winber team. Here Laurel Highlands put up a pretty good fight for most of the first half, Steve, but a couple of late surges here from TJ in the final minutes of the second quarter.
Well, they did pretty good defensively for a while. They were kind of at least forcing TJ to run a lot of plays and take more time to score, but a couple turnovers.
Costco now under center. Pitch going back again to Banda, and Banda in for a TJ touchdown. Might even been a little Mustang contact there in the end zone. But Banda gets his first touchdown of the night. 7th touchdown of the season. And the lead now up to 34-0.
The all-important extra point here.
The made extra point here from Wessel, who's 4 for 4 tonight. Will enact the running clock for the entire second half. Clean snap coming back. Wessel's kick. Easy does it. Right through the post. 35-0. TJ over Laurel Highlands. 12 seconds left before halftime. We're back in 60 on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son, Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 60th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repairs, and glass installation. They'll gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they'll work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's the goal of Ted Silva & Son to alleviate accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 60 years. Call 724-437-2351. 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Always proud to support local high school sports.
Final 12 seconds of the second quarter. Thomas Jefferson now leading Laurel Highlands 35-0 as Wessel will send the kickoff away. Another low squib kick. Goes to Noah Lyon here at the 30-yard line. He's going to pitch it back to Antoine Black, and Black looking to cut up the field, and Antoine Black is loose, and Black able to take it back to midfield with 2 seconds left on the clock. They're going to run out the clock, but the clock should have stopped with about 2 seconds left there.
Yep.
The officials are going to put 2 seconds back on the clock. Now the little hometown clock operator there, Steve. Try to tick him off. The official's right on that one.
Yep, official right on top of it.
Be 2 seconds left in the half. Winburn now up 17-7 over Uniontown.
That running clock doesn't start till the second
Correct,
half.
yes. Laurel Highlands will have one crack at it here.
Throw it deep, why not?
Yep. What else are you going to do? No reason to take a knee down 35-0. Noah Lyon got the last-minute start for the Mustangs tonight.
Guy came in here looking for his 50-50 winnings, Brian. We don't have the.
No, we don't have that.
We don't have that.
Wrong room. Now what do we got?
Delay a game.
Now Mustangs have to take the snap now from their own 45. Let's see if they can take a shot here into the end zone. Protector back to each side of Noah Lyon. Hoff and Baker. Lyon's going to put it up. He'll look deep far side, and that pass is intercepted. Picked off there on the far side by Thomas Jefferson's Vince Heller. And here's Heller on the run back. Heller takes it to midfield. Heller down the far sideline. Heller still loose. Back inside the Mustang 35 down to the 32-yard line where he's brought down to end the half. So Thomas Jefferson at halftime, a 35-0 lead over Laurel Highlands. Stay tuned for our Radcliffe Martin halftime show. We'll send you out to TJ DeStefano and Tony Hanola on the other side of this timeout for a little bonus coverage here on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
Does your car sound like it's saying, trade me in, trade me in, every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deal, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1 year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, trade me in, trade me in. Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill. Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vicides salutes all who work so hard to keep high school football an important part of our lives. A great amount of effort, much of it behind the scenes, goes into putting a team on the field. And a lot of teamwork occurs when elected officials produce positive outcomes in our communities. On Election Day, let's keep Vince Vicides and his team moving us forward. Vince Vicides, at work building Fayette County's future.
Paid for by the Friends of Vincent A. Vicides.
Bruce Beer, located at 187A Connellsville Street, and available by phone at 724-417-4958. is here to meet your accounting, tax service, and real estate management needs. Call Bruce Beard at 724-417-4958. 724-417-4958. Good luck and best wishes to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Uniontown Red Raiders from Bruce Beard.
And right now we join bonus coverage with TJ and Tony as Uniontown takes on Wimber on WMBS.
High school sports night here on WMBS Facebook Live. At Grace Veterinarian Services, they know your pets are more than just pets. They are family. With the latest techniques and cutting-edge laser surgical technology, your pet will spend less time recovering and more time back on their feet. All 4 of them. Their goal is giving your pet the very best care. Grace Veterinarian Services offers a wide variety of services that include wellness exams and preventive care, vaccines, and surgical services such as spay, neuter, and dental. For an appointment, call 724-437-4191 or visit gvs.vet.
Not much Uniontown can do here. 18 seconds left. Now, bonus coverage. The Laurel Highlands the Laurel Highlands Mustang and Thomas Jefferson is at halftime. Just got the word that we are live on the radio, TJ.
Oh, boy, we really got to pay attention now.
Yeah, we'll welcome in a new audience here for us for now. 23-7.
Welcome,
Uniontown
everybody.
Trailing the Wimber Ramblers.
As we're approaching halftime, TJ DeStefano, Tony Halula, and Billy Dice here at Bill Power Stadium. Kickoff is fielded and getting up over the 20, maybe the 22-yard line there for the Red Raiders.
It was McClee.
And 12 seconds here for Uniontown. They're down 23-7, I should say, with the missed extra point there.
Now I've got to think that you take a shot at the end zone with 12 seconds to go. Uniontown right now on their own 24-yard line. Uniontown trailed 7-0, and they tied it up on a 31-yard touchdown pass from McClee to Grooms in that first quarter. It was tied 7-7, but after that, Wimber's kind of had their way offensively with the Red Raider defense, and right now they lead 23-7, 12 seconds to go, second quarter.
And another flag. That's been the story of the first half for sure, Tony.
Yes, we have seen a lot of yellow.
Flag on the play.
See what the
All start on the Red Raiders. And most of the yellow has been on Uniontown, unfortunately.
Yeah, we hate to say that. I mean, Uniontown right now, that is going to be the 8th penalty on the Red Raiders for a total of 65 yards here in this first half.
Here's McLee on the handoff, a little jet handoff. Now he's going to throw it on the run, and it is going to be incomplete. As the intended receiver was Grooms, he couldn't haul it in up around the 30. So 4 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Interesting little play there. McClee getting it and then rolling to his offside, trying to float it up there to the notorious Grooms, but no luck. Pretty good defense there, and Grooms still limping a little bit there. We saw him injure that right ankle a little bit earlier in that second quarter.
So 23-7, Wimber in front of Uniontown as we approach the half here. Here's the snap. And going to be taken down in the backfield, and that's how the first half will end there. As Nedley, I should say, taken down, and our halftime score here from Bill Powers Stadium, Wimber 23 and Uniontown 7. It's the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night here on WMBS.
Chiropractor, husband, father, team doctor, and coach. I'm Dr. Bob Baker, and I'm running for Fayette County Coroner. As a proven leader and team player, I will lead with integrity and compassion. My plans and goals for this office will be a great benefit for our community, to not only serve those in need, but to also help prevent tragedies. I'm Dr. Bob Baker, and I would greatly appreciate your support.
Paid for by friends of Dr. Bob Baker.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peachin Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peachin Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peachin Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. This is Dr. Fraser Stokes from U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown. On behalf of my partners, Dr. Fred Ruthart, Chuck Calabrese, Mark Hoppy, and our entire USDH team, we want to wish all our local high school athletes an outstanding season on the fields, courses, and courts. For any digestive problems or just to schedule a preventive screening colonoscopy, call us at 724-437-7677.
Back here at Thomas Jefferson High School, halftime, Thomas Jefferson a 35-0 lead over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. And Steve, really tough for the Mustangs in the first half, hung with TJ early, and Thomas Jefferson getting 3 second-quarter touchdowns within a 3-minute period to close out Laurel Highlands at 35-0 here at halftime.
Yeah, just all kind of unraveled the last, 4 minutes of that, really the last 3 or 4 minutes of the second quarter. They were hanging in there. It was 14-0 for a long time, and things just imploded, really.
Yes.
Just turnovers and just a couple of missed tackles, a couple of penalties went against us, and before you know it, it's 35-0.
Our halftime scoring recap being brought to you by Peachin Pharmacy inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market. TJ struck first. Brody Evans to Jason Salmon on a 25-yard touchdown pass. The 6:44 mark of the first. Wessel added the extra point. It was 7-0 Jags over the Mustangs. And Evans, his second touchdown pass of the night to Salmon, a 7-yard hook up. Extra point again from Wessel made it 14-0. That was the score until the 2:59 mark of the second quarter. Brody Evans to Sean Sullivan. Evans' third touchdown pass of the night. Sullivan his first touchdown reception, another 7-yarder. Wessel added another extra point. It was 21-0. Then Elias Lippincott, a 4-yard touchdown run, made it 28-0. That came after an odd kickoff that bounced off of the Mustangs' front line. Then Michael Banda capped off the first half scoring with a 2-yard touchdown run with 12 seconds left in the quarter to make it 35-0. Thomas Jefferson over Laurel Highlands. Some other scores around the WPIAL. You can watch the Windber Uniontown game on the WMBS Facebook page. Windber leads Uniontown 23-7. Beth Center 20-12 lead over Carmichael's. Washington a 28-7 lead over Waynesburg. It's Peters Township 42, Baldwin nothing. Keystone Oaks has doubled up Charleroi 14-7. Penn Trafford's done the same to Norwin at 28-14. McKeesport, just like TJ here of Laurel Highlands, up 35-0 over Ringgold at halftime. It's Avella 12, Carlinton 7, West Green 13, Monessen 6. McGuffey up 10-0 over Stowe Rocks, and Jefferson Morgan up 21-14 over Bentworth. Our game also being simulcast on the South Union Township Sports Network tonight, courtesy there of Smith Lewis Chess, CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, United Bank, South Union Township Supervisors Rick Vernon, Bob Schiffbauer, and Jason Scott. Chesler's Fine Furniture, the UPMC Rehab Institute, SWGI Specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health. The Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes, and the law offices of Zebley, Mahaloff, and White. 35-0, Thomas Jefferson over Laurel Highlands here at the break. A news update from Nick Barczyk on the way next. And then we're back with the second half of the Jags and the Mustangs here on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network, the Tribble Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
Savings is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with an Education Club saving account at First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Your future dreams will start adding up. Plus, you may qualify for a scholarship upon high school graduation. Visit any First Federal branch to start saving today. For more information on account rules and scholarship eligibility, visit ffgc.bank. Best wishes to our local teams from First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. NMLS number 458729, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Movement Physiotherapy is here to serve you. Now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, Movement Physiotherapy treats back issues, knee and ankle pain, shoulder, hip, neck, and balance issues, and provides post-surgical rehab. Using aquatic therapy, manual therapy, therapeutic exercise, soft tissue massage, electrical stimulation, running analysis, and balance programs, Tyler Gasek and his team are ready to improve your health with physical therapy. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning extends his best wishes to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, the Uniontown Red Raiders, and all our local teams for a great season. District Judge Nathan Henning recognizes that a successful season requires teamwork. It's the result of the hard work of the players and the coaches and the support of their families. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Uniontown Red Raiders from District Judge Nathan Henning. Would appreciate your vote on November 7th.
Dave Lohr wants to remain your Fayette County Commissioner. Commissioners have come and gone, but real change came when Dave Lohr was elected Fayette County Commissioner. Dave left politics at the door to focus on what's best for the people of Fayette County. The county is changing from here at home to Pittsburgh to Harrisburg to Washington. They're noticing things are looking up for Fayette County, and businesses are noticing too. And that's good for everyone. Keep Dave Lohr your Fayette County Commissioner.
Paid for by the Dave Lohr campaign.
And good evening from the WMBS studios. I'm Nick Barczyk. It's 8:21 and 73 degrees. Outside of those studios, it's halftime of our high school football games. Now Thomas Jefferson leading Laurel Highlands 35-0, while Woodward's on top of Uniontown 23-7. Those games of the break. More on the way in just a bit. But first, the local district and statewide news on the Weather Watch. The State House of Representatives has approved a bill that would loosen restrictions on the number of days schools must be open in a year. House Bill 1507 would allow local school leaders to decide whether the school year should be 180 days, or whether the district year can be considered finished when schools have been in session for 990 hours. The measure went through unanimously, with over 200 lawmakers approving out of the state capitol. Even if there is a federal government shutdown, Pennsylvania student loan borrowers will still have to start making payments again. On Monday, Pennsylvania Education Department officials confirmed the Biden administration is moving forward with plans to resume collecting payments next month. The resumption comes after loans were put on hold for more than 3 years during and after the coronavirus pandemic. Pennsylvania has more than 1.85 million federal student loan borrowers who have collected nearly $70 billion. And the WMBS Weather Watch now for all of southwest Pennsylvania. Right now looking at 73 degrees outside of the WMBS studios. Overnight low at 56, 77 for Saturday with sun. Low tomorrow night at 54 on Sunday, topping out at 78, down to 54
overnight. Sunday, Monday, sunny and 81, 82 for Tuesday, Wednesday at 83, and back into the 70s on Thursday at 74. And in sports, on the way this weekend, we have a busy football weekend for you. On the way tomorrow night, Pitt taking on Virginia Tech down in Blacksburg on the air at 6. Kickoff is at 8. On Sunday, NFL doubleheader. The Steelers are in Houston, 2-1 Steelers after their win over the Raiders on Sunday, taking on the Houston Texans. That game Sunday at 1 on WMPS. Sunday evening, the Chiefs and the Jets. That game from East Rutherford on the air at 8 with that Sunday and Monday Seahawks Giants wrapping up week 4 of the NFL season. And that's the local news and the weather watch and sports on your local station, WMBS. We're online at WMBS590.com and on the TuneIn radio app as well. And on the way next, more high school football action on WMBS is another CR Barada Group High School Sports Night on WMBS Facebook Live and on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. This is WMBS.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Do you remember O'Gilly's Pub? Hi, I'm Bo Gillis, the founder of O'Gilly's Pub in Uniontown. The new owners have created the atmosphere that O'Gilly's was famous for. Pick you have a few memories of O'Gilly's yourself. Stop in and see what's happened. It'll be fun, just like the old pub. Folks, the same great atmosphere and menu you will remember. So stop in and see us. You never know who you'll see. O'Gilly's Pub and Deli. O'Gilly's Pub and Deli. Aspen Street, Uniontown, PA.
The people of South Union Township know it's one of the finest places in Fayette County to live and raise a family. There are clean, safe neighborhoods, 2 beautiful parks, a wonderful school district. The taxes are the lowest in the county. The garbage and sewage charges are the cheapest in the entire state. And there's not been a tax increase in 52 years. The Vernon name is a strong name for quality, people-oriented services. When you need something, Rick Vernon is there. Why break up a good team? Let's keep a good team together so Rick Vernon can continue to work hard for our great quality of life. Rick thanks everyone for their support in the primary and would appreciate your vote in the fall so that he can continue working with his fellow supervisors, Bob Schiffbauer and Jason Scott, for our great quality of life.
Paid for by the candidate.
Derby's Riverside Ford is announcing its Truck Month. We've got the inventory and we've got the deals. The 2023 Ford F-150 comes with 1.9% Ford credit financing, plus $1,000 trade assist, and $500 Ford credit cash. 30 in stock. How about a 2023 Ford Bronco Sport 4x4 with 1.9% financing, plus $1,000 trade assist, and $1,000 Conquest cash, 10 in stock. These are definitely Truck Month deals. Also, order your 2024 Ford Maverick and Super Duty now. The order banks are open. Reserve yours now. Shop us at riversidemotorsales.com or visit our new state-of-the-art Ford dealership. Derby's Riverside Ford, located 1 mile past the Lady Luck Casino. Offer ends October 2nd, 2023. Ford credit financing required.
Back here at Thomas Jefferson High School, 35-0. The Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. Green Gold in Connellsville. And talking to head coach Rich Colasar during our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. If they run the table, they're likely in as the 4th place team in the conference. But, you know, a lot of work to do there. Trinity, a pretty good team this year. Connellsville, much improved. Ringgold's still been down. They, in fact, have the longest current losing streak among WPIAL schools after Brownsville knocked off Carrick last week in overtime. But the Mustangs still have a shot here, Steve, despite the fact that tonight will end up being their 5th straight loss.
Yeah, they got to start winning some games. I mean, this one's going to be, this one's out of hand, but they still got a lot of things to work on and, to prepare. I mean, you're getting to play against obviously a quality opponent, so you got to get things righted. They got to get some offense, Brian. Even though TJ's pretty tough to run against, they still need to be able to figure a way to move the football.
Mustangs have not scored a touchdown since the game against Kiski area back on September the 8th. Lost 55-3 to McKeesport. Were shut out against Greater Latrobe 37-0 last week. So you're going back here, Steve. 2 quarters tonight, then 8 quarters over the last 2 games. 11-12 quarters since your last touchdown.
Well, they've been playing against some pretty good teams, Brian, and it's McKeesport was pretty stout. Bell Vernon, it's just getting they were just really tough opponents to play against. Latrobe was pretty good.
Latrobe much improved.
Yeah.
The team we saw a season ago. So Laurel Highlands will get the football here to start the third quarter. They'll work left to right as we describe it, and we'll have a continuous clock the rest of the way tonight.
Yeah.
After TJ put 35 on Laurel Highlands in the first half, 3 touchdowns in the final 3 minutes of that second quarter. For Thomas Jefferson next week, they'll hit the road and travel to Trinity. And they'll have games against Ringgold and Connellsville. The big game for them, they'll wrap up the regular season October the 27th here against McKeesport. And that should be a fun game. We saw the Tigers a couple of weeks ago, and those two should go really toe-to-toe as Wessel sends it away. Kickoff back to the 14-yard line, and a little pitch going back here to Antoine Black. Second time we've seen a little lateral here on a kickoff return, and Black takes it back to the Mustang 23, and that's where Laurel Highlands will start 1st and 10, again with a continuous clock the rest of the way. It's stopped right now with 11:51 left here in the third quarter. Our live video stream on WMBS tonight, courtesy of Shop and Save, Walnut Hill Plaza, Uniontown, and Ford of Uniontown. I know you're always up getting your groceries, Steve, at Shop and Save.
Go there all the time. Pretty good spot to fill up the cabinets in the fridge.
The line will operate here out of the shotgun. If you folks on the radio side, as soon as this game's done, we'll have our post-game show brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon, and send you out to some bonus coverage of that Uniontown Windberg game before the Trib Live High School scoreboard show with Don Rebel as Jaden Tucker gets the carry there and gets 2 up the middle, up to the Laurel Highlands 28-yard line. And just look at this TJ program, Steve, year in and year out, the consistency we've seen. Bill Chirpak, 305 career wins. Considering, Steve, this is his 29th year here at Thomas Jefferson, he averages over 10 wins a season here at TJ, and he only scheduled 10 regular season games. Another inside run from Tucker, taking it close to the 30-yard line. I don't think too many coaches could say that. And you look at Joe Hamilton, spent 39 years at Blackhawk, 342 wins, still pretty good in his record as well. But getting those 342 wins in 39 years, Chirpak getting 305 in 29. And again, a win from the Jags tonight. Coach Chirpak will tie former Woodland Hills coach George Novak for 3rd all-time among WPIAL coaches as far as wins are concerned with 306. 3rd and 6 here for the Mustangs. Line out of the gun. Flushed out here to the near side. Throws on the run. Pass intercepted. This is going to be a pick 6 coming back. And a touchdown for Thomas Jefferson's Jason Salmon. 3rd touchdown of the night for Salmon. Had 2 on the offensive side and a pick 6 here defensively.
Yeah, just panicked a little bit, Brian. He was getting a little pressure, and he actually had a couple guys open, and he just missed them. He threw it right to the defender. Tough one there for the young quarterback, Noah.
Salmon, you might have been able to take that one in, Steve.
Well.
Goes to 33-yard interception return.
That was about as easy as it gets for a defender to take it in, wasn't it?
Score occurring here at the 10:03 mark of the third. And Wessel adds another extra point. He's 6 for 6 tonight. And it's 42-0. Thomas Jefferson over Laurel Highlands. 10:03 left here in the third. We're back in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
I'm Mike Auble, and I am the Republican nominee for Fayette County District Attorney. I am a retired member of the Army and a veteran of Afghanistan. With nearly 20 years of experience in military, police, corrections, and criminal law, I am the most qualified candidate to be your chief law enforcement officer. I am a strong defender of your constitutional rights, and I'm dedicated to addressing crime, drugs, and corruption. We need change in the District Attorney's office. Vote for me, Mike Auble, on November 7th, because I am the right person to bring about that change.
Paid for by the candidate. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a veterans organization located in Fayette County since 1950. They are proud to advertise on WMBS sports programs and to contribute to the Veterans Hospital, local sports teams, and scouting organizations. Best of luck to all of our local teams from the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
Back here at Thomas Jefferson High School, lead now up to 42-0 for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs after Jason Solomon's 33-yard interception return for a touchdown for the Jags. Wessel adding an extra point. And now Wessel will send it away for another kickoff here for Thomas Jefferson. It'll go to Gio Guerriere. Takes it on the ground here at the 15. And Guerriere, a nice little breakdown to the 29-yard line. That's where the Mustangs will start 1st and 10 with 9:55 left on a running clock here in the third quarter.
Talking to Tom Sankovich up there behind us, Brian. He was doing the stats, for the Mustangs. This man, Rob Guest, not here tonight. Rob brought me a hot dog last week. I want to thank you for that, Rob. That was a pretty good dog. Laurel Highlands people make a good dog. And he missed out on Chick-fil-A. And we looked over our left, Brian. They're all gone tonight.
Yep.
All those sandwiches are
Good thing
gone.
we got our sandwiches early on. Lion, a little play fake. Screens it out far side. Pass complete to Parker Hoff. And Hoff behind the line of scrimmage. Will lose a couple here back to the 26. Loss of 3 to bring up 2nd down and 13. Steve, we're talking off the air during the first half. We should always try to be nice to the officials, even though at times we might slip. McGuffey High School is scheduled in a couple of weeks to play at Keystone Oaks. And they have a crew like us that does all of their games. Well, Keystone Oaks banned them from coming to their field this year.
We're probably never allowed back up to where we go years ago with that Uniontown playoff game.
Punxsutawney.
Or that was Slippery Rock. We played at this.
Well, that game was at Du Bois Middle School against Punxsutawney. Who's black. Gets a few up the middle here to bring up 3rd and 12. But they said they made bad comments against the officials in the McGuffey Bishop Canevin game last year, and they're not allowed back this year. They said they'll just do, even though they're the McGuffey Sports Network, they're going to do another school that week.
Wow.
Yeah. So what are you going to do?
That's you're going to do another game. That's it.
Quite a stand, though, from the athletic department there.
It's amazing that they're actually paying attention to what they're saying.
Yep. I'm listening that closely. 3rd and 12. We have 8:08 left here in the third quarter. Lion out of the shotgun. Lion looking far side, well over the head of Hunter Kuzier, the intended wide receiver. You had Kane Egerton, the freshman, in coverage there for Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, that's just a perfect example right there. A young quarterback getting a little happy feet. He really didn't have that much pressure coming at him. And he just did that internal clock in his head. Told him it was probably time to get rid of the ball, and he threw it. And just not much going on. The Mustang receivers are not helping him. They're not getting open.
Hunter Kuzier back at the 15 to punt. Sean Sullivan back at the TJ 38. Now they're also going to send back Jason Solomon as well. Solomon on the near side. Sullivan on the far side. Snap comes back to Kuzier. Sends it away here from the 17.
Pretty good
high
kick.
punt. Yep, Sullivan back to the 35, able to field it. Gets a block there from Solomon, and Sullivan cutting up the field takes it back to the 46. And that's where the Jags will start 1st and 10 when we come back. 7:05 left on a running clock here in the third quarter. 42-0 Thomas Jefferson over Laurel Highlands. We're back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
My name is Terry Kahn, and I'm a paralegal at Radcliffe Law, now Radcliffe Martin Law. It's exciting to work with the next generation of lawyers here in Uniontown. I've worked at several firms in Uniontown and worked on cases against the big firms in Pittsburgh. And I must say, they're no match for Tripp, Bill, and Rob. Their combined caring and integrity are second to none. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorneys. Give us a call at 724-439-3939 or like us on Facebook.
Screen here to Braden White as we come back here on the Thomas Jefferson side, and White takes it back to midfield, picking up 5
good.
to bring up 2nd down and 5.
Good tackle by Black and Kuzier to get in there to stop that to just a 5-yard gain. The Mustangs got to keep fighting here, Brian.
Yep.
They can't just kind of lay down, and they want to keep playing.
You don't want to go 3 straight games without a touchdown.
Well, it's not even that. You just want to play. I mean, they played good in the first quarter. I mean, they played a good first quarter. It got away from them in that end of the second quarter, but you still want to at least keep fighting.
Here's Lippincott, run up the middle, down to the Mustang 46, picking up 4 to bring up 3rd down and 1. This is already the 8th offensive drive of the game for Thomas Jefferson.
Well, like you said earlier, they have more games to play, and they got to, if they're going to think playoffs, they gotta use this. I mean, this is a good test, right? This will kind of show your warts, show your faults, figure out what you got to do to improve.
3rd and 2, 2 eye backs. Lippincott dots the eye. He'll get the football here on the left side. A 1st down and more. Lippincott inside the 40, brought down at the 37-yard line, and brought down there by the
wide open
Mustangs'
hole.
Parker Hoff. 10-yard gain. Those holes have been big tonight, though, Steve. You're right.
And
you talked about early on, though, a lot of it's the size of that offensive line.
Yeah,
up
they're
those
just
holes.
bigger. And you got to give Coach Chirpak and his whole staff credit. They're kind of calling off the dogs now. They know it's the outcome has obviously been determined, but they're kind of pretty much running the football.
Yeah, classy staff for sure. Appreciate all their accommodations. Again tonight for us, Lippincott another carry here on the right side inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line, close to another 1st down. It really was a tough week.
Whistles blowing. What do they fumble?
No, and they just ruled it down there, Steve.
Lippincott's helmet came off.
Going to rule him out of the game here for a play. Another 1st down. But a rough week for Coach Chirpak. Our condolences go out to his family. Lost his dad last week, Steve. Passed away last Thursday. Coached the game on Friday against Bell Vernon. They had funeral services on Monday. And he's back here, I'm sure, with a heavy heart here tonight against the Mustangs. 1st and 10 from the Laurel Highlands 27. Now Costco bringing Michael Banda in motion. And the handoff this time will go to the fullback. I think that was Michael Martinez.
Yeah,
up
give
the
him
middle.
a carry.
He'll get 4, maybe 5 down to the 25-yard line with 3:45 left here in the 3rd quarter. Thomas Jefferson up 42-0.
Well, this is what you expect from Thomas Jefferson. They just class all the way. Not throwing the football, just kind of running the ball, taking a lot of time off the play clock.
Again, the Mustangs knocked off Thomas Jefferson last year, 31-24. Coach Chirpak told us during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, nothing against Laurel Highlands. We certainly didn't play our best game that night. They're back to A-plus football tonight. Michael Banda. Another carry here on the left side, lost the football, and it's stripped. Here's the Mustangs coming back the other way. That's Tristan McCoy. McCoy inside the 30, inside the 20, and McCoy is going to score on the Mustang defensive touchdown.
They're going to count it. Yes. It looked like he might have been stopped or down, but the ball popped out, and McCoy.
75-yard.
Flag. There's a flag at midfield, but that's going to count, I believe. The official picked it up, unless it fell out of his pocket. But right in front of, right at the 45-yard line on the Laurel Highlands sideline, a flag came out, but they're not going to, doesn't look like it's going to count. I think it maybe just fell out of his pocket because he's not even talking to the referee.
PA announcer said, Steve, officially 78-yard fumble return for a touchdown for Tristan McCoy. Now Tanner bruised on for the extra point, had it blocked. So the extra point block will make it 42-6. TJ over Laurel Highlands with 2:50 left here in the 3rd quarter. We're back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
M&R Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel safely to school in the Fayette County area for more than 3 years. M&R Transit is a proud sponsor of the Laurel Highlands football team and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information, call 724-439-3164, 724-439-3164, or stop into their office at M&R Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Hello, my name is Dr. Garrett Breakiron, and I am running for South Union Township Supervisor. I have been a lifelong resident of South Union and raised my family and built my business in South Union. I have recently retired, and I will devote my full time and energy as your supervisor. It's time for a change of the old guard with new leadership. I humbly ask for your support in the upcoming election.
The following message was paid for by the Friends of Garrett Breakiron.
Back here at Thomas Jefferson High School, a Mustang touchdown by Tristan McCoy, 78-yard fumble return for a touchdown. And now TJ on the other side, a nice little kickoff return back to midfield there from Braden White. So the Jags once again starting with good field position. But for Thomas Jefferson head coach Bill Chirpeck, Steve, a couple teaching points there. You cough up the football, something for him to kind of get at his kids about before next week's game.
Yeah. Well, you know, the Mustangs at least they got a little excitement on their sideline there, didn't it?
Yes. And they got that all-elusive touchdown. Again, the first touchdown the Mustangs have scored since their game against Kiski area 3 weeks ago. And now Brody Evans back in at quarterback for the Jags. This is their 9th offensive drive of the game. And Evans with a little pump fake, rolls out far side, throws on the run, and Sean Sullivan diving attempt falls incomplete at the 20-yard line. Sullivan almost had that and would have been about a 30-yard gain for the Jags. Sullivan so talented. Mentioned came into the game, 27 receptions, 547 yards, already a 7-yard TD reception in this one tonight. 2nd and 10 now for the Laurel Highlands 49. Evans back under center. 2 I-backs, twins to the far side. Now flags come out.
Jumped off sides, Mustangs.
TJ brought Gavin Miller in motion.
That was Johnson just trying to get a head start there on the rush. And
had an opportunity last night, Steve, to attend the Pennsylvania Association of Broadcasters Gold Medal Dinner. They honored Pitt announcer Bill Hillgrove along with Ray Goss, the longtime announcer of Duquesne basketball, and attorney Edgar Snyder for their contributions to Pennsylvania media, held at the Westin William Penn, downtown Pittsburgh. Really nice historic hotel in Pittsburgh. There's an inside run down to the...
Where were you last Saturday night?
I was at South Bend.
Yeah.
For the Buckeyes and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. That might have been one of the best college football finishes I've seen in person as a fan. Coming right down to the wire like that. We took a fun little trip up to Michigan for a couple of days, went to the Ford Museum, and actually toured the Ford factory plant. They were working on Monday. Also went over to Windsor, Canada for a day. Nice little casino there at Caesars.
That's right across from Detroit,
yeah, right across from Detroit. Found a nice little restaurant in Tecumseh, Ontario. My wife likes. All gluten-free. Called Rizzo's. Ate there.
My friend Steve Johns texted me, wants me to ask you who won the Notre Dame Ohio State game.
It was Ohio State, of course.
Yeah, I know. He knows you're a Ohio State fan. He's an Ohio State fan.
That's good. I'm glad. Not many around here.
Not many around here.
No. Here's a run down to the
nice tackle there.
22-yard line on that run from Emmett Forte for 4 or 5 yards. And I have to say this, Steve, too. So last week, I brought my wife's car out to the Laurel Highlands game, parked at Laurel Highlands, have an Ohio State license plate on it. And I got all kinds of junk thrown all over that car. I don't know who threw it all over the car.
What game were we at?
Laurel Highlands.
Oh, really?
And I was parked right behind the press box. And I don't know if it was Laurel Highlands students, but they threw all kinds of sticky junk.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I had to go through the car wash at 10 o'clock at night last Friday after the game. Because there was sticky stuff all over. Well, I guarantee it's because of the license.
Well, nothing happened to my truck because I was parked over in Hopwood. I think it was so crowded last week. Well, I was past the baseball field.
Yes. So a penalty here against TJ. We'll push it back to the 31. We're down to the final 30 seconds of this third quarter with TJ driving up 42-6 over Laurel Highlands. They'll have 2 I-backs here with Evans under center, and Evans takes the snap. Handoff going back there to Emmett Forte again for the second straight time.
Oh,
nice run from
there.
Forte, taking it down to the 20-yard line. 12-yard pickup, final play of the third quarter. Jags up 42-6. We're back with the 4th and 60 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Tonight.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Casey's Sports Cafe, owned and operated by the Vernon family and located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown, is announcing they will have new evening hours. New hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come in to Casey's Sports Cafe and check out the new menu items and entrees. Casey's can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Phone 724-550-4126 for Casey's Sports Cafe.
Back here at Thomas Jefferson High School, like they do at Pitt football games, end of the third quarter. They play Sweet Caroline. Of course, head coach Bill Chirpak, a Pitt alum, offensive lineman back in the 80s, Steve. And I looked up, I think Coach Chirpak a couple years younger than you. I think he's 56 or 57.
I was looking it up. He was there 85 to 89.
Okay. You guys might have played together 1 year.
1 or 2 years, yeah. So
you're at West Virginia, what, 82 to 85?
Yep.
As far as playing for the Mountaineers. There's always a big rivalry there, West Virginia and Pitt. Great to see them keeping that back on the schedule this year, and hopefully it's something they can get on the schedule in years to come as well. Those rivalry games always fun. Who do your Mountaineers have tomorrow?
TCU.
Okay. You got a win last week.
Yeah, it was ugly, but they won.
Always good to see the improvement there. 2nd and 4 here for the Jags. They're working left to right as we describe it. Opening play of this fourth quarter. Evans, pitch going back there again to Forte. Forte, plenty of running room inside the 10, and Forte run out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. 15-yard run on a 2nd and 4 from Andrew Forte, brought down by Hunter Kuzier. And Kuzier certainly has to be, I think, Steve, our player of the game on the Laurel Highlands side, brought to you by Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vasides.
No question. He's the top candidate.
Honorable mention tonight to Tristan McCoy as well for that long fumble return for a TD. Hitting the Mustangs some points.
That might be play of the year for the Mustangs. Too bad it was in a 42-0 score. But
at the time. Take them when you can get them.
Yep.
1st and goal now for the Jags from the Laurel Highlands 5. It's Forte again into the end zone for a TJ touchdown. This time from 5 yards out. Emmett Forte, the 5'10", 177 sophomore. Lead now up to 48-6. Score occurring at the 11-10 mark of the fourth. Again, a lot of guys involved tonight as well. And now Wessel's been perfect on extra points, 6 of 6.
Oh.
Now trying to go 7 of 7.
You just said that to him.
Kick up on the way and good.
They
make it 49-6. By the way, they missed from Brewsda. The extra point that was blocked was his first miss of the season. 49-6. TJ over Laurel Highlands. 11-10 left here in the fourth. We're back in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Hi, I'm Russ Blaho. As your local Allstate agent, providing protection that fits your life is something I take, personally. I'm committed to learning about your needs and personalizing protection to meet them. From bundling your auto, home, and life insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage based on your protection needs. I can build an insurance proposal that fits your life. Are you in good hands? Contact me, Russ Blaho, for a free quote.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary. From chips and cracks to splits and shatters, if you need new glass, Fay West Glass Company is the one to call. Fay West Glass has served Fayette and Greene counties for over 25 years and specializes in residential glass installations and replacements, plus commercial and industrial glass. So when that window's busted or that sliding door shattered and you can't wait, Fay West is available. 724-439-8600. That's 724-439-8600. Proudly local and veteran-owned, Fay West Glass will earn your business.
Back here at Thomas Jefferson High School, 11-10 left in regulation. Jags up 49-6 over Laurel Highlands. Uniontown still down 23-7 to Windber. That game midway through the third quarter. We'll get you out on the radio side for some bonus coverage when this one wraps up. Kickoff going back to Antoine Black from the 15-yard line, and Black breaks it across the 30 up to the 35-yard line, so the Mustangs will start 1st and 10. Try to get a little offense going. Again, they'll take on Albert Gallatin next week. On the Earth, our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 6. Opening kick set for 7. Don't know what to think about the Colonials, Steve. They seem to be down early on in this season and had a big shutout win over Uniontown 2 weeks ago. Of course, they play a lot of teams from out of state, so tough to really evaluate their programs. You don't know how good those other teams are from outside the area.
Wins or win, buddy.
Yep.
You know, you got to get wins or wins. You got to take them where you can get them.
Flying out of the shotgun. Handoff going here to Antoine Black, trying to bounce it out here on the near side, and Black takes it back to the 40-yard line. About a 5-yard pickup there for Antoine Black to bring up 2nd down and 5. And how big was that win for Brownsville last week over Carrick, snapping a 34-game losing streak, at the time the longest in the WPIAL. Most of those Brownsville kids never had a win while playing high school football, and Scooter Roebuck tries to rebuild that program.
Yeah, that was nice.
Now, one of your buddies was down there for that game.
Yeah, my buddy Marcus, he was said they were going to have a parade for those kids.
They actually did when they got back into town.
Yeah, there was a lot of people waiting for them. That's good.
1-yard loss there from Noah Lyon to bring up 3rd down and 6.
On that last run, I want to give credit to Darren Dunn, the senior wide receiver. Man, a nice block to spring Black around the corner. Black would have been probably caught for no gain, but Dunn out there on the coming in, a little crackback block. Just a nice job of getting in the way and not get the penalty. He was just kind of got himself in the position to make a nice block.
3rd and 6 now for the Mustangs. 9:13 left here in regulation. Line out of the shotgun across the middle. Pass broken up. Falling incomplete there on the intended pass for Gio Guerriere.
Kane Egerton, the freshman.
He's played well tonight
for
TJ. I can see why he's starting at Thomas Jefferson as a freshman. Not too many guys can say that. We mentioned his brother, a senior, those two getting to play together here this season. And Thomas Jefferson is as good as any team we've seen so far this year, Steve. Looking forward to their game at the end of the regular season against McKeesport on October the 27th. Now Hunter Kuzier descended away here with 8:35 left in regulation. High punt there from Hunter.
Good punt.
And Sullivan will take it back here on the return as the 35-40. Sean Sullivan trying to break this back into Mustang territory. Cut back in the 45. Sullivan still loose. Can they catch him from behind? They do. Finally brought down by Josh Reed right around the Mustang 27-yard line. It's a good field position again for Thomas Jefferson with 8:13 left in regulation.
Flag.
Jags up 49-6. We'll check the flag when we come back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes from U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown. On behalf of my partners, Dr. Fred Ruthart, Chuck Calabrese, Mark Hoppy, and our entire USDH team, we want to wish all our local high school athletes an outstanding season on the fields, courses, and courts. For any digestive problems or just to schedule a preventive screening colonoscopy, call us at 724-437-7677.
So we come back. That penalty was against Laurel Highlands. Jags decline it. Still have it 1st and 10, working left to right as we describe it from the Laurel Highlands 27-yard line.
Another quarterback, Brian. This is a sophomore, I believe. Rabel, is that right?
Be 19 coming out here. Jeffrey Rabel, 6'2", 170 pounds. He'll see his first action. And we'll see a number of second-teamers coming, and Parker Hoff just lighting up Tyler Eber in the backfield for a couple-yard loss on the play. And Hoff kind of came through there, Steve, untouched.
Yeah, well, looks like a freshman team out there now for the Jaguars, freshman and JV players. Noticeably smaller, aren't they?
Yes. A lot of the guys playing at Laurel Highlands tomorrow morning when the two teams, JV teams, play. Another run here from Eber on the left side, bouncing it out, and Eber positive run there, taking down the Mustang 20. Getting 8 to bring up 3rd down and 3. And the Mustang 21. On a 6:44 left in regulation. Again, we'll get you out to the conclusion of that Windber Uniontown game. And also the Triple Live scoreboard show with Don Rebel. We wrap things up tonight.
Still a few people here still down below us.
A lot of people still watching us tonight as well. Steve, hello to our buddy Ed Walensky from Sandy Howe Notary Services. He's with us every week. Always good to see Ed checking in, watching the games tonight. 3rd and 3. Mustangs with a stop defensively there. No gain on the run that time. That was Eber again. So now 4th down. 6:12 left. Expect the Jags just to go for it here.
Well, you're probably close enough for a possible field goal, but they're not going to kick a field goal at this juncture.
Not 49-6. Jags jog a couple of guys out here. Do have the running play clock.
I don't see one. Is there one to the
right?
right?
On the left. I'm looking for one on the right.
It might be behind that corner, behind that wall we can't see.
Might be obstructed here. So 5:40 to play. Rabel out of the shotgun. Setting up the middle screen. It's complete with running room inside the 15, inside the 10, and diving for the pylon and ruled out at the 1-yard line there was Dominic Volumino. So Volumino, nice little run after the catch there.
Yep.
Setting up a 1st and goal for Thomas Jefferson from the Laurel Highlands 1.
It's like they just keep bringing in player after player that would probably start at almost every other school we've played this year.
Yes. Right? Nice that you can have that type of depth to work with. And you just look at the two teams' rosters, Steve. Laurel Highlands probably, 16-point font, and TJ maybe an 8-point font, just the number of guys they have on the roster to fit them on one page.
Yeah.
The 2 eye backs here on a 1st and goal from the 1. Pitch going back and into the end zone for a TJ touchdown is Tyler Eber. So the Eber score carrying here at the 4:45 mark of the 4th. And a lead now up to 55-6. Another opportunity here for Wessel on another extra point. Keep tacking them on here, Steve. Wessel trying to make it a 50-point Thomas Jefferson lead. Safe to say the Jags are back as Wessel's extra point is good. And with 4:45 left in regulation time, it's 56-6. Jags over the Mustangs are back in 60 here on the C.R. Brada Group High School Sports Night.
Hello, I am Jack Connor. I am running for district attorney. I'm going to go after drug dealers who are pumping fentanyl into our community, insist upon maximum sentences for dangerous criminals, and escalating sentences for repeat offenders. With clear consequences, would-be criminals will think twice. Then we can all raise families, start businesses, and feel safe in Fayette County. Learn more Mondays at 4:15 p.m. right here on WMBS.
Paid for by the Friends of Jack W. Connor.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
56-6, the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars leading the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Wessel to kick it off again on the far side. Goes to the freshman Gio Guerriere. Little juggle he regains. Coming near side. Guerriere trying to cut up the field. Spins to the 15. Hit and dropped at the 20-yard line. So the Mustangs will start 1st and 10. And Mustang fans, Steve, saying it might be 56-6, but we're still watching you guys. Bobby Ruggieri checking in. Sent me a picture of her TV in her living room. Jared Bozak watching from the Bell Vernon South Allegheny game tonight, saying hello. Appreciate everyone still watching with us tonight, Steve, in a 56-6 game.
They're still fighting.
Yes, they are.
They are playing hard. They're not giving up. You know, you got to give the kids credit. They're not, they're not hanging their heads. They know what they're up against tonight. And they got a lot to play. They got more games to play, so you got to come back next week.
We should get a good crowd next week. 2 Fayette County schools, Laurel Highlands and Albert Gallatin. I believe this is the first time they've played since the COVID year. Remember, they played in 2020 opening game when they reopened after the long COVID shutdown. That was a game Albert Gallatin won over Laurel Highlands at AG. A little pitch forward there to Gary Ayer. And he's able to fight up to the 20-yard line. No gain on the play. Bring up second down and 10. But always nice when you can get those games. We'll get one at the end of the year as well, home against Connellsville, those local games. And Mustangs actually home, Steve, for 3 of their final 4. Only road trip up to Joe Montana Stadium for the Mustangs and the Ringgold Rams on October the 20th.
I always like going to Ringgold.
Just don't like it if they put us up in the perch, and there's a little fumble on the exchange line. Able to jump back on
we were there, you were sick, right?
Yeah, I missed that game last time.
And Tony and I believe did that game, and we were
outside.
It was outside on a little ledge below the press box. It was well. The nice thing was it was early in the year. It was warm.
Yep.
But this time of year, you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah. That was a rare Friday night miss for me. 2:54 left here in regulation time. Hoping that doesn't happen again rest of the season for me.
Tony's, have you checked in with Uniontown lately?
23-7 last I saw midway through the third a couple of minutes ago. I'll check on that again as Lyon heaves it deep near side. Gio Gary Ayer unable to hang on.
Gary Ayer, nice try there. Kid, he laid back down and he fell down on his back running towards the other goal line, and he kind of just turned himself, twisted himself a little bit, and got himself in a position to make a circus catch. Good effort, just could not come down with it, but he give that kid a sticker for the effort.
A
there.
for effort, right?
Yeah.
4th and 15.
Yeah, they're going
actually lining up to go for you. Parker Hopp, I believe, is the Wildcat
quarterback.
Well,
they're gonna. Almost looks like punt formation, but there's no punter back there. Look, he's looking back there.
Well, that's off. There's no Hunter Cougier's not in the game.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Now they're gonna put Tristan McCoy back.
Yeah, McCoy said I'll punt. So, oh yeah, Cougier's. He was on the bench. He forgot about the punt team.
McCoy's going to send it away. Pretty good punt for a kid who hasn't got an opportunity to punt much this year. Down right around the 40-yard line. Parker Hoff.
Yeah, Cousier had a heck of a game.
Yep.
We'll forgive him for that one.
And TJ could probably take a knee here. 1:25 to play. Clock just running down. 56-6 the score. They'll probably just trot out here, take a knee. I don't even think they're running the play clocks here much.
Well, it's
the continuous clock situation.
They're running it.
Yeah, they do got it wound back up. Didn't see it running there on that 4th down for whatever reason.
So they got to run 2 plays, right?
Yep.
2, maybe 3.
I think 2 should do it. Got it here at the Laurel Highlands 38.
They're gonna take a knee. That'll do it.
Rabel up to the line. Take a knee here with 44 seconds left.
Official. See why you got to call that. Let's see. And I get it. It's the rule. But Gary Ayer was running out in the field, didn't realize if he was supposed to be on or off.
They stopped the clock.
They're kneeling. They're kneeling down. There was confusion on who was supposed to be in the game. The Mustangs are just. I mean, they're not even running a play.
Yeah.
And he was literally a foot from the sideline to go off.
Yeah, just let it go.
Yeah. I mean, let
winding it again. One final knee here, and
the Jaguars declined it.
Yeah, they declined the penalty. One final knee, 56-6.
Yep.
Your final score as the clock winds down. Teams will head out to shake hands here tonight. Thomas Jefferson improves to 6-0. Mustangs drop to 1-5. Their 5th straight loss. They're 0-3 in Big 7 conference play. Jags improve to 2-0. Stay tuned for our post-game show brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon, working hard for the residents of South Union Township. Comes your way next year on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, YouTube Live, and the South Union Township Sports Network.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vicitti salutes all who work so hard to keep high school football an important part of our lives. A great amount of effort, much of it behind the scenes, goes into putting a team on the field. And a lot of teamwork occurs when elected officials produce positive outcomes in our communities. On Election Day, let's keep Vince Vicides and his team moving us forward. Vince Vicides, at work building Fayette County's future.
Paid for by the Friends of Vincent A. Vicides.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
Pizza, beer, atmosphere. It's all at Mom Maruka's Pizza, located on Barton Mill Road in Uniontown. Mom Maruka's is your prime spot to enjoy local high school sports. Family owned and operated, the Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, wings, and the best Italian hoagie and homemade bruschetta in town. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday from 4 to 10 for indoor and outdoor dining and takeout. Don't forget Mom's catering services for your next party or gathering. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu and live music schedule.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you, oil checked, and windshield cleaned? Joby's Golf, that's where. Joby's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard. Joby's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station that has been serving the Uniontown area for over 49 years. Joby's Golf offers lockout services, fenced-in storage lot, and is a AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
Back here wrapping things up in our post-game show, brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. Thomas Jefferson a 56-6 win over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. And Steve, our player of the game, Hunter Kuzier tonight, brought to you by Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vicides. Did a little bit of everything for the Mustangs.
Yeah, a couple of kick returns. He had some good punts, good defensive plays on defense, and he made a nice catch on that first drive for a first down. He just played an all-around pretty good game.
And our honorable mention to Tristan McCoy, who had the 78-yard fumble return for a TD, which is our first Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County super play of the game.
Michael Banda. Another carry here on the left side, lost the football, and it's stripped. There's the Mustangs coming back the other way. That's Tristan McCoy. McCoy inside the 30, inside the 20, and McCoy is going to score on the Mustang defensive touchdown.
They're going to count it. Yes.
And certainly a nice highlight tonight for Laurel Highlands in a losing effort.
Yeah, that was good to see, to get the little positivity there for the Mustangs on a tough night.
And our scoring summary recap brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy, located inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market. Jason Salmon, heck of a game for Thomas Jefferson tonight as well. 3 touchdowns, had receptions of 25 and 7 from Brody Evans, and also had a 33-yard pick-6 interception returned for a touchdown at the 10:03 mark of the third quarter.
Yeah, they've had a lot of highlights over there, but he had a heck of a game. And Sullivan was pretty good as well. So they had two of those receivers were pretty much all over the field.
And 3 touchdown passes for Brody Evans tonight as well, the Thomas Jefferson quarterback in the win. Steve, fun as always. I won't see you next week. I'll see you in 2 weeks for the Laurel Highlands Trinity game, which will be a big game for the Mustangs as they try to stay in the playoff race. Stay safe next week. Gary Frankhauser is going to join me for the Mustangs and the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Have to thank Sarah Camp, as always, behind the camera. Nick Barczyk back inside our WMBS studios. Bonus coverage on the way next on the radio side. Winburn and Uniontown. That'll be followed by the Trib Live Scoreboard Show with Don Rebel. 56-6 your final score. Thomas Jefferson over at Laurel Highlands. So long, everybody, from TJ.